All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Village of Royal Palm Beach Special Magistrate hearing for Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. As I like to say, if you have a code enforcement issue, you're in the right place. My name's Doug McGibbon. I'm the Special Magistrate. First thing I'm going to do is swear everyone in. This will be done multiple times as strays wander in late. So everyone raise your right hand, say I do, and we're done. Does everyone swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Everyone does. You don't have to take your hat off. It's all good. It's not like baseball or something.
Nothing.
Most of our hearings this evening are either going to be fine assessment hearings or violation hearings. When you hear your name being called, you're going to go up to that microphone and identify yourself at the address you're at. The village will show you a series of documents they want to introduce into evidence. I finished my little speech, and you can tell him we're on hold.
Yep.
That switches when we get to the fine reductions hearings. I think we have 2 or 3 of those. Those people have been through the process already. They're asking for relief, and they get to go first. We have an attorney who's calling in on a hearing while he's awaiting some other things going on, so I think we're going to try to deal with him first. Please excuse us, as we don't usually do a lot of phone-in hearings, so it could be fun. All right, what case are we going to be on?
Thank you very much.
This is Special Magistrate Amity Barnard, Village Attorney. This is the first case, the foreclosure authorization hearing. It's case 17-1959, 501, 543, and 573 to 579, out parcel North State Road 7, Royal Center, LLC.
Okay.
Linda Walker, Code Officer for the Village of Royal Palm Beach. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, the Notice of Foreclosure Authorization Hearing. Exhibit 2, my recorded order assessing fine that was recorded on May 25th of 2018. And Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. For the respondent, I will submit for him a letter of authorization that he can represent them, and then a motion to continue the foreclosure authorization hearing.
And for the magistrate, those were provided by the gentleman, the attorney who's on the phone, Mr. Glenn Weldon. He asked that they be made part of the record tonight and provided to you at the hearing. So, Mr. Weldon, Ms. Walker is bringing the documents that you provided to the village to the magistrate for his review.
All right, let me look at the documents, make sure we have service here.
And Special Magistrate, just one addition. I just want you to understand and to know that we did provide the village's evidentiary case file to Mr. Weldon in advance of the hearing, so he had an opportunity to review it.
All right, do you have any objections to the village's file, Mr. Weldon?
I do, Your Honor, and I thank you for hearing me by telephone tonight. I was not. I only received notice of this hearing earlier this week. The property, so you understand, the property was sold in the interim during this period, and I am representing the current owner as well as the prior owner. I was not able to be there tonight because of a long scheduled medical procedure that I have that I had to proceed preparing for tonight, and I've asked the village attorney as well as the code compliance officer whether they would agree to continue this hearing to give me an opportunity to appear in person, because I strongly believe that once I've been able to present to you the circumstances of what's gone on here and why this has taken the time that it has to address the violation, Your Honor will be able to more readily conclude or understand the circumstances before ruling on the request by the village to authorize a foreclosure proceeding. So again, I appreciate that they heard me I was able to be heard today by phone, but given the circumstances, I'm at a grave disadvantage in time, and I'd ask that you consider postponing this hearing until the next setting.
All right, what is the village's response to Mr. Wisdom's request?
So the village, several attorneys have called on behalf of the former owner of the property. I spoke with another attorney last week, Ms. Garcia. Mr. Weldon was informed by Supervisor Walker that a continuance would not be granted. This is a procedural matter for you. You have a recorded lien that was recorded in 2018. The lien has not been paid, so tonight's hearing is not to relitigate the merits of the case. Tonight, it's whether the village's lien is 3 months or older, whether it's been paid, and you have the authority to authorize the village's foreclosure. That's what we're seeking tonight, so we'd be objecting to a continuance.
Okay, well, I am,
If I may just briefly respond.
sure, go ahead.
Well, my brief response is, if this is not just a procedural hearing, the statute that they are relying on, Your Honor, is provides for this body's discretion. It says, chapters 162.093 says this enforcement board may authorize the local governing body attorney to foreclose of a lien. And since this is an issue of discretion, we obviously feel very strongly that in order to exercise that discretion, you need to have all of the facts in front of you. And we have not had the opportunity, given the timing, to present those to you, and I was not able to be there tonight to do that. Given that it's a December 28, 2017, it's basically a beginning 2018 issue, but I'd ask Your Honor to postpone it for a week or whatever the next, I don't know what the next hearing is, but just an opportunity when I can be there in person and present the other evidence that we have into the record. I filed my motion for continuance and my written incorporated response this morning, because I had if I had to get something in the record, but this is not the breadth of what we want to be able to present.
Okay. All right, I've been doing this for approximately a dozen years, and I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of hearings. And the time to do these things is at the violation hearing or at the fine assessment hearing, when the witnesses are present, the evidence is given, we talk about the notice and all these other things. Right now, this is purely a procedural matter. There are only 2 or 3 questions I need to know. Is this homestead property? It is not. Is there an outstanding fine? There is. And is the outstanding fine old enough? Which it is, because it's 2018, which gives us like 4 years. Now, you have a more than ample opportunity to contest the facts in the foreclosure proceeding or try to negotiate the foreclosure case before it gets to certain levels. But at this point in time, all I can do is grant the village's request because they fulfill the requirements of the statute. Okay, the motion to
Thank
continue
you,
is
Your Honor.
denied.
We take exception, but we understand the ruling.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'm sure you'll be talking to the code enforcement officers about this
Well,
matter in the future.
And just for the record, I did mail the notice of foreclosure authorization hearing on October the 25th.
Okay, well,
So it
doesn't
was
matter.
mailed 45 days prior to the hearing.
Well, we had a little visit from Ian last time, and we had to stop everything and reschedule it. That's why they're.
No, it was not rescheduled.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay,
I mailed it out 45 days ahead of time.
good. So we've had enough notice of the hearing. All right.
Well, so that Your Honor understands, the notice went to the owner. The respondent is 511 SR7 owner. It did not make it to us until I did not see it until Monday.
Yeah, unfortunately,
but I
the
appreciate the
Florida statutes tell us who to mail these things to, and it's the person on the tax collector's roll. You know, if you want to make an appearance and ask for courtesy copies, the village seems to be very good at providing courtesy copies of things to authorized representatives. All right, that being disposed of, we can move along.
Thank you, sir. I would ask the special magistrate if we could skip to page 14 of the agenda.
Okay. We are jumping right into the fun stuff.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir. We have a consultant here. It's the second case down. It's a violation hearing. It's case 22-1691, 1213 and 1241 North State Road 7, Village Shops, LLC.
Oh, it's not a mitigation hearing. Almost. Okay.
So I'll present the exhibits into evidence and the case description, and then we have George from Cutler in hearing to testify for you.
Okay.
The code section is 1571 and 15141, trees removed without permit and trees and shrubs missing. This violation was written on 10/3/2022. It was sent certified mail on 10/4/2022 and signed for on 10/6/2022. Notice of hearing was mailed out on 10/20/22, and it was signed for on 10/24/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, the letter from our arborist, George. And Exhibit 5, some photos, and there's photos also in his letter. I'm gonna
Okay.
bring the whole thing over.
Okay.
All right, who do we have on behalf of the Village Shops LLC?
Lily Vasallo, the property manager.
Could you spell your last name, please?
Vasallo. Yes. Correct.
This is the ownership that tells us where we need to mail it.
Mhm.
This is a letter from.
I got it.
Did you get this?
Mhm.
And did you get the specifications with
The pictures and
the
everything.
pictures
Mhm.
and everything? Okay. Otherwise, I'll forward you a copy as
Yep,
well.
I got them.
And then I just took some photos today showing just some of the landscape. He has most of everything in his
Okay.
file.
All right, do we have any objection to the village's documentation?
No.
Okay, admitted without objection. Let me have a look. You have a signed green card, although the definition of signature, is getting pretty low these days. So we have service. The same person scribbled on the second one, so at least they're consistent. Let's see. Okay, finally, I figured out what property it was. It's like, hey, what do I have? Pictures of grass and a fire hydrant. Okay. All right, what other testimony are you going to put forward? Could you identify your witness and start
Sure, your name for the
questioning him?
record, sir, and your position with the village.
Yeah, my name is George Missimer. I work with Kotler and Hearing, and we are the landscape consultants for the Village of Royal Palm Beach.
All right, you going to question him or do I?
So, George, you can explain. Linda's presented some, but go ahead and explain to the
Yeah.
magistrate what's going on the property and what's deficient or out of compliance.
Right, so we were contacted by the village when the trees were removed. So we went out to perform an inspection, and it was triggered because of the removal of approximately 5 trees, the most recent. So these were large trees within the parking areas that were removed. We've since been told that they had been removed due to storm damage, although no evidence of the damage had been submitted to the village. They were required to submit a vegetation removal permit, and the position of the village is that the missing trees from the property need to be replaced. During our inspection, we noted that there were approximately 35 total trees from the approved landscape plan of record that were missing from the site, and those were trees specific to the Village Shops property. It did not include the adjacent Ruby Tuesdays property. The removal of some of the trees requires additional mitigation due to their specimen status based on village codes. So those trees require additional mitigation based on their size. That has been outlined and presented to the property owner, and they're aware of what their requirements are.
Okay. Anything further from this witness?
No, sir. If he's finished, that's all I have for him.
Do you have any questions of the witness?
I do not.
Okay. Any further witnesses?
No, sir. That's the only witness this evening. So we're giving them time. We understand there's some work to be done. So what we're asking for, this is a violation hearing. We're asking for compliance by February 7th, or appearance at the February 8th fine assessment hearing, or assessment of up to a $250 per day fine in the event of noncompliance.
Okay. So y'all whacked a bunch of trees?
So we did it because they were damaged. The roots were kind of outgrowing out, and Ian was the hurricane. Did that, and we just didn't want it to fall on a car because they're very close to cars, and we did that for liability purposes. The other trees might have been dead from when the property was built over time, so
I
they
go-
were just
I go
never
to that-
replaced.
I go to that plaza a lot.
Hmm.
You know, I like parking under those trees. It's one of the few shady places around.
Yeah, they're very old trees and they're
very
brittle.
old, and they're not brittle. They are old, and they're survivors. They have lasted a long time. Ian didn't do squat to our trees here. Bad excuse. I mean, not even close to being a good excuse. So, February 7th, February 8th, up to $250, granted.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And we just received the vegetation removal permit.
That's a couple years late.
Thank you for allowing us the
So-
latitude to go. Go ahead. Go for it.
Lily, I just clarified with George. So you did obtain the vegetation removal permit. I saw that was printed out or signed on
It's right
like
here.
the December 9th, something like that. But in order to obtain your final inspection on that, you will have to mitigate those trees, whether that's through planting or the payment into that mitigation fund or whatever it is.
Okay.
So otherwise you won't pass the final inspection.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
granted.
George.
Next.
Going back to the regular programming here on the top of page 2, this is the fine assessment hearing, 22-1015, 837 Azalea Drive, Jacqueline Louise or Lewis.
You want your stuff back? Start putting it on the wall. I'm getting busy. All right.
Dina Foley, Code Officer for the Village of Royal Palm Beach. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
So, you have a signed green card. Did they comply in time? Is this a finding of fact? Is this a
No, it was
fine?
out of compliance for 32 days. Sir, your name for the record?
Jacqueline Lewis?
Thank you. Those documents I handed you are the evidentiary case file that the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to the papers that I handed you? They're just the notice papers for tonight's hearing. Any objection to those forms, those documents?
There's no date on them.
They're all dated. The notice for tonight's hearing, the previous order.
No, I don't receive that one. Yeah, that's not me though. That's not me. That's not
Well,
sig-
someone
that's not
signed
my
the green
signature.
card.
That's not my signature though. Yeah, that's one you give me. Yeah, that one.
Okay. I'll admit the documents over the objection. I mean, someone signed something, I don't know if it was a resident, a visitor, or the postal department, but I have a signed green card which
Yeah,
indicates
that-
service.
That one that
And,
that's
and you're standing here, so it kind of means that you got some kind of notice to be here tonight. All right, so we had a disabled vehicle, because I don't see any pictures of it. I mean, the disabled vehicle does not move every day.
No, that's been removed the same day I received the letter. Same day.
The disabled vehicle's a finding of fact.
Okay, finding a fact on the disabled vehicle. So they're saying that you moved the vehicle
Well, no, it's not. a
in
finding of fact,
time.
It's similar
but-
language, but for the disabled vehicle, it'll say continue to comply because he complied within the compliance period you gave in your prior order. Your previous order required him to comply by September 29th. This was not complied until November 1st.
All right, so we're talking about October, basically.
Correct, 32 days, so we're asking for a fine of $800 and
Okay.
not continuing.
Objection?
Sure. All right, what
Okay,
is your
yeah.
response, sir?
Yeah. I received a letter stating that I gotta remove a vehicle, and I removed it the same day.
All right, what date was on the letter and what date did you move it?
I don't have the letter in here, but I received a second letter, which is this letter. When I received it, I went to her and I asked her what is this letter is for. So the vehicle was removed a long time ago.
Okay, so
And
I can understand that you removed the vehicle. The problem is you have to prove that the vehicle was removed a long time ago.
yes,
So
that's
that
what
usually
that's,
requires some pictures or some testimony.
she went
Normally,
she went there.
yeah, she went there a month later to confirm
No,
that
the same time. I called her and leave a message, and she went there, and she told me that something else is not the vehicle she was talking about. When I went there, she said that it was a tires and on the side of the house. I gotta remove it. I say no. There's no tires, and I tell her if you think that is not correct, go to the house and do your inspection. And I call her the same day. I tell her you need to come to the house. There's nothing there, and she called me back and tell me that now you comply. And the vehicle is been moved since day one.
well, they're saying that the vehicle is not a problem now. That you're doing a finding of fact. There were other items on the property that were problematic that were not corrected within 32
Right, and
days.
that's what we went over in the office the day you came in, and I even told you, if you go home and clean it all up, I will come out and do a reinspection.
And I told you the same
that
time
was
that
that day.
I told you the same time it was nothing there.
And that
You
day,
need to
I
go
went
there.
out and did the reinspection, and that's when it stops. But you were
No,
not.
that's when you went there. You see it stopped, but it stopped at the same time I received the letter. It's not. You see that it stopped when you went there.
No,
but
wasn't-
it did stop
excuse
the
me, it
first
was
time.
not- It
It
was
wa-
not in compliance. You were to comply by 9/29. You were
Okay.
not in compliance by 9/29.
Ma'am, can you?
All right, do we have,
you
stop,
do you-
stop,
No, no,
stop,
okay.
stop,
Yeah, okay,
please.
okay, okay,
Do we have
okay.
some pictures up here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why, we're on the wrong picture. Get the pictures up.
You don't have any pictures?
I have
in
the pictures, I just want them up there so he can see them too.
We're trying to find them on the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
We had problems with PowerPoint.
Well, you can take these from me. There's a series of things out on the porch
These are-
that I think is what they're talking about with regard to miscellaneous items. And you're not supposed to store stuff out on your porch like that. That's the problem right now. It's not the car. The car's not an issue anymore. The car's good. It's the stuff on the porch that you're leaving out there that's not supposed to be there after they cite you
There
for
were
miscellaneous
tires on the
items.
side of the house.
And there are also other things.
There's nothing in the porch but an igloo. That's
That's
why
not supposed to be on the porch.
there was people sit down in the porch, drinking in the porch. It was the party in the porch.
You can have a party on the porch if you have
In
lawn
front,
furniture,
in
but
front
you
of the
can't.
house.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm saying
an-
that
that's an igloo.
that's not a proper seating thing for the front door area.
Yeah, but when she told me that, I went there and I removed it.
And she's saying that you did it, but it was 32 days later.
And the photographs are dated,
And
so the photographs show that the stuff is
it's,
still there.
it's later, it's like 10/7 is one of them. You know, that's like,
If you can do me a favor, because this is what the problem comes from, is when they send a letter, you only understand a portion of the letter. They just a handwriting. It's not like you type something that you can understand everything they said. It's a handwriting. So
so
basically,
you
to
couldn't
tell
read the handwriting, but you did move the car.
I understand that part. I did remove the car, and everything else I can understand. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Everything else I
if
can
you had a problem,
I see a tire, I see the car, and I remove it. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Special Magistrate, the time to clarify those things is at the violation hearing, which he did not appear at. So if he had questions about the status of what's needed to
well, you could have
comply,
appeared at the violation hearing and cleared it up. You could have
Right.
called them and cleared it up.
I
You
did
finally
that.
got a letter from them saying you're going to have a hearing, and you cleared it up, but it was 32 days later, and you didn't prove to me that you had the stuff off the porch on time. And that's all I can do is right now look at what I have in front of me, which are the pictures that you have that show that you have stuff on the porch that's not supposed to be there. And you can say, hey, we're just partying, we're just drinking, which is fine, but you got to put the cooler back inside. It can't sit out.
I understand. I don't realize that, and I'll take it back.
So I'm going to go with the village's proof because they have pictures, and I'll award the 32 days at $800, and that's a not continuing fine, and that's where it stops. And if you have a question or a desire to try to reduce it, you can come back later. But right now, you know, if you would have showed up at the violation hearing, we could have had this conversation. They could have explained to you what needed to be done. It could have been done, and nothing would have happened. But because you didn't show up till the second hearing now, and you couldn't understand these things, you didn't get explained to you, I just have to deal with the facts in front of me. So 32 days, 800, no continuing granted.
thank you. Staying on the same page,
What is it?
22-1106, 12028 Greenway Circle South, Greenway Village South Association, 1-4 Inc.
You can call
It
and
did.
I'll meet you out there.
So
We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding
Kinda-
violation.
And
He is in compliance.
He's in compliance.
He's in compliance.
There's no need to call anybody. He's moved the things off now.
you just
That-
need to maintain it that
He
way.
just needs to keep the stuff off the front porch. And if you're going to have people out there sitting around drinking, maybe a couple,
All the buckets.
well, the buckets and all that other stuff, you need some lawn chairs or lawn furniture as opposed to buckets and coolers. Yeah, I know. I didn't see any furniture in the pictures. All right, so you're going to get an order in the mail saying that there's a fine, but there's not going to be anything done because it's your homestead and you can't get foreclosed on, unlike the lawyer who's off representing some commercial property. Basically, you need to talk to the people to see if you want to get the fine reduced and explain $800, 32 days at $25 a day.
30 days,
32 days, exactly.
32 days.
Exactly. Yes. It's math.
Are you guys serious?
Kinda.
If you can at least, I don't have no problem, but you guys gotta be fair. If you can at least see the letter that they sent me the first time, I'm a hardworking people, and I'm not born here, and I work every single day. to try to
You're
pay
talking
my-
about the notice of violation that they
Yes.
sent, and if you would have showed up at the first hearing, where they sent you a notice of that hearing,
No,
we could have talked about it at the
You
first
don't send
hearing.
me any letter. That's the only letter that I received.
Okay.
For
All
the
right, we're
hearing.
done.
For
We're
the
done.
hearing. What I'm asking you, I want you to be fair. If you charge,
I am being fair, sir.
I'm just saying.
All you're doing now is making everyone else wait.
Can you just look at the letter and see what I'm
Sure.
saying to
I want to
you?
look. Do we have a copy of the notice of violation?
You would have looked at that at the violation
I would have
hearing.
looked at that at the hearing. But the critical part is you didn't show up for that hearing. That's the
I
hearing where
never
you,
received any letter for the hearing. That's the only thing I received. And she
okay,
give-
I do two things here, other than make up my mind. I
Okay.
have to confirm that there's some sort of notice given to you. It's called due process. It's called notice and an opportunity to be heard. And if you've received some form of notice and you don't show up, then you're not going to get anything back. I don't proceed on cases unless they show me there is notice. I can't do things unless I have proven that that you received notice of these cases. You want to show up on case number 2?
She give me that notice in hand, not by mail, and I don't receive no notice. That's what I'm saying.
Right here.
That's not me. That's not my signature.
That's not your signature. This is the notice you got. This is
Look at this.
that's
my
that
signature.
that I don't. That is a green card by the post office. A green. Okay. The notice says, please register or repair or remove vehicles. Vehicles must move every 30 days. Remove miscellaneous items. I can read this.
This is not
You
my.
can't read it. That's-
What they're doing? This give me somebody else's letter, and I give it to her, and I tell her that's not mine. You give
Sorry.
me somebody else's letter.
Your case is over now. We're done.
Well, I'm telling you guys, you just give it.
Going back to 22-1106, 12028 Greenway Circle South, Greenway Village South Association 1-4 Inc.
Okay.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay. Wow, someone actually can print and sign their name. First thing I do is confirm that someone
first
either
I've seen
signed a green
this.
card or they posted
this
something
came-
on the
Or
property.
that was delivered to
Normally they
Diamond
take
Nancy.
pictures.
Okay. Yeah, that's me.
So this is the order finding violation.
Mm-hmm.
And the order finding violation had you to appear at the November 9th hearing, which was
Cancel.
canceled due to the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the notice of hearing for December the 14th
Mm-hmm.
for the new hearing. And this is the verification of ownership
Mm-hmm.
there. And the pictures will be up on the screen there.
Okay.
Your name for the record, ma'am?
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
Your name, ma'am?
Stierwalt. Stierwalt.
Thank you, ma'am. And your relation to the association?
I'm the president of the board.
Thank you, ma'am. Those documents, go ahead. Your first name is Nancy?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I got that very wrong. Okay. Oh, that's
That was
one
her
word.
last
Okay, thank you. Those documents Linda handed you, do you have any objection to those documents that she handed you?
No.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
And the photos that she said are scrolling across.
I've
the
never
screen.
seen the photos before, though.
Well, that's
Those are
because
new.
they're about to show them to you.
I think that's it. There's just 3 of them.
Yep.
And again, this is fine assessment. Your previous order, special magistrate, was from September 19th, required compliance by October 27th. As of today, the testimony of code enforcement is that they're not complied, so we're asking for a fine of $1,200 and continuing.
Okay. Your response, ma'am?
My response is that we did repair the ceiling in the summer, and in fact, she said that we did a good job. This is condo 104 in building 5 with Association 1. She complimented us, said the leak had stopped, and we did a good job. And then she came back with her attorney and said that we weren't in compliance because we had not fixed the leak. and we have contacted several different contractors to come and look at it and do repairs. And the one that we got a response from was PMI, and they were saying that everything, the problem with her unit comes from upstairs in the other unit. That's not on the condo. That's between those two owners. The one that lives above her and then in her, it's not the condo association.
Well, does your condo association have an attorney?
We do have, yes.
Now, did you tell your attorney about the violation hearing that no one showed up to?
No, we did not. And in fact, we had that discussion, the board had that discussion this week, that's what we should have done, that we should have contacted the attorney, which we did not.
Because, I've got people, they like, oh, we're here for the fine assessment hearing. We don't care about the violation hearing. And one of the other things I do is I write down the number and the name of everyone who shows up
But
because I give them credit. Now, if you had an issue with violation and you were going to have your attorney or even yourself appear saying that this has been repaired, here's a copy of the invoice showing the repair, and this is a private matter between the property owners on the upstairs and the downstairs, we would have had that discussion on September 14th. But because no one showed up on September 14th, I signed an order on September 19th that said you were in violation, and that was mailed to you. And I guess no one cared enough to go, wait,
May I say something, sir?
Sure, go ahead.
Didn't we come to the village and tell you that, ask that we be excused from that hearing? And then we were granted the permission not to come to that hearing because
No,
we
we-
didn't have the information?
No, we wouldn't say you don't have to come to a hearing. Once you're noticed.
Well,
you
we came to see you. In fact, we talked to you.
I'm telling you, I would never tell you not to come to a hearing. Never would
I
I
didn't say you told us not to come to a hearing. I'm saying that we came in and said that we weren't prepared, and we asked for permission not to come to the meeting.
And what did I say?
And you said that was okay, but
No,
you didn't.
I wouldn't. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Ma'am, I would not tell you that. I would not tell it. Once you're
Okay,
noticed.
okay. I'm at fault then.
I mean, they have to go through like hoops to get people here. They have to send out notices at certain times.
I understand.
Yeah, these notices were all signed. I mean, I think I see your signature on
Yes.
them too.
Yes.
You know, everyone's trying to go in the wrong order. This is another one of, you should have showed up at the violation hearing. I mean, what's the last picture? We have buckets down there.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yes,
I
it's
don't know
gotten
if this
worse.
is going to be litigation between the owner and the association or the owner and the other owner. All I know is no one showed up to the hearing on September 14th. I had testimony that there was a problem. There were photographs.
Okay,
I
so,
ruled. It's all I can do is deal with the facts and the evidence in front of me.
okay,
And there was a ruling, and then there was an order finding violation that was mailed to you, which had a date that says you have to fix it by this date. And this goes for everyone in the room. There's like one bold part of the entire orders out there that says, when you fix these things, you've got to call code enforcement so they can come by and say it's been done. Correct?
Yes.
I mean, that's it for the bold stuff. You got to call because they're not clairvoyant.
I
They
understand.
don't drive by and go, is the hole done every other day? I mean, they've got hundreds of properties that they're looking at in the village, of thousands of properties. So they can only do what they're directed to do.
Okay.
So I'm stuck here now. You haven't fixed it. You may have, I don't know, but there's a picture here dated 10/31 with a bucket. I don't know. All I know is there's a bucket and there appears to be debris and water in the bucket. Now, this is what I have in terms of proof. From your side, I have nothing.
Okay.
So, this is a little trial. It's more like a county court thing than a circuit court thing.
understand.
That's why I let almost anyone say anything and bring in any evidence they want, because I don't want anyone messed up because they couldn't bring in their documentation or anything. And very few people ever do. And, I just get to deal with what is dealt to me and what sits in front of me. And right now I have an order that says you're supposed to do something, No one ever called for an inspection, and someone needs to call for an inspection to show that it was fixed, or you need to deal with the neighbor issue too. But
Okay.
the issue with the village is no one responded to the first one, and basically you haven't responded to the second one until you appeared here.
Okay.
Okay, so what does the village want on this one?
This has been out of compliance for 48 days, so a fine of $1,200 and continuing until compliance is achieved.
Would you repeat that amount, please?
1,200 plus continuing is what they're saying. It's been out for what, 84 days is what you said?
48 days.
48 days. I got them right. Just flipped them. 48 days at $28 a day or $25 a day.
Correct.
So,
Okay. I have
So-
one more question.
Sure.
please. So, but this does not resolve my issue.
no, it does
Right.
not.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to know. So we still have to go with the attorney and get it resolved through the owner.
Well, you have
the
to
two
get,
owners.
well, I don't know. If it's leaking through the top owner, maybe you should talk to them too. See if you
Right.
can stop
Right.
the
I
leak.
understand, but I'm just saying this is not resolved.
Oh, God,
today.
no.
Okay.
And you don't want this. This may or may not be your problem, but it is your problem now.
Right. I understand.
Okay. 1,200 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you. Staying on the same page, 22-1221-10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC.
Good.
I hope I'm here for the first hearing.
No, you're not. You're on page 2. Page 2 is not good. Life gets better after page 5.
He's got a couple of
All
cases.
right. Were
He'll
you
be- he'll
sworn
be
in?
back.
Did you come in
Yeah,
late?
yeah. No, I was sworn in.
Okay, I'm just checking. We had a couple folks come in late.
We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay.
Sir, your name for the record?
Ron Snidel, Snidil. And I'm a property manager for the company that owns the home.
All right. So,
Those documents I just handed you are the notice of violation, notice of hearing, verification of ownership, and then photos are on the screen. Do you have any objection to the documents, sir?
No, none at all.
Thank you.
all right. So we have service via posting this time. We do have a copy of a signed green card with the notice of violation, so they received that. It's grown.
But that,
So the hedge has grown. I mean, that's
yeah, I don't think,
that's 12/13, which is what?
I'm sorry.
The date 12/13/22. Is that like yesterday?
Yes.
So there's the hedge yesterday. If you can flip the other picture, it was much smaller in October. We've gotten rain. So still untrimmed.
yeah, I don't think those hedges are ours, actually.
No, they are.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are pros. You know, this is your
They are.
business. You have surveys of these properties. You know where things are. You have yard crews. You have people you hire, vendors, I hear, for all kinds of uses.
Actually, in our lease is the homeowner or the renter.
It doesn't matter
I know.
because
I know, the
you
renters.
could tell the homeowners to mow it, but if they don't mow it, the responsibility is always the property owner
Right.
because you're the landlord and you have ultimate responsibility, and you're also the party who gets the notice of these things.
Right.
So my advice to you, sir, is go cut these things down tomorrow.
Mhm.
Call the code enforcement so they can come out tomorrow or the next day to stop the fine. I mean, this is
Is there a
ahead.
daily running fine on
Oh,
this?
yeah. It's $25 a day.
No,
or
no, it's
more.
actually
No, this is
actually
more.
$75.
Oh, this
yeah.
is more because you're pros. You know, you're not like some guy who doesn't read the
I know,
notice.
but I hate the fact that we get hammered because,
No, that isn't
No, you're not
true.
getting hammered
Yeah,
because
no,
of that. You're getting
that-
hammered because you ignore these things.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, I've seen these. My sister-in-law used to rent over there.
is
She
this
got
the
a
fir-
notice.
Is this the first?
I-
Is this the first hearing
No,
for
this
this?
is the second hearing.
That's correct. This is a fine assessment hearing.
Yeah.
Your previous
And-
order was from October, so the
Yep.
fine here or the violation hearing was in October.
And it's sent to
Oh,
your.
okay, then we're good.
It's sent.
Then we're good. No, as
Before
long as
you-
it's, yeah, I thought it was the first one for it.
No. If it was the first one, I'd give you more time. I'd give you time to go cut
Right,
the
right.
thing down.
That's
I mean,
why I
literally,
said that when I came up. I
I've,
was
I've
hoping,
cut hedges
I
down
was
for
hoping it was
people
the first hearing for
so
it.
they would not even get to the first hearing, so they could call code enforcement when they
Right.
got the little sticker on, or the door hanger, and say, call and say, look, it's cut.
Okay, I'll get it cut. I'll get it cut tomorrow.
But you got to go make sure you call them to
Oh, I
do
will.
the inspection so that tomorrow, maybe the next day at the latest, they can stop it. So
Okay.
how many days, how many dollars?
It's been out of compliance for 48 days at $75 a day, so $3,600 in continuing.
I'm glad that don't come out of my pocket.
Yeah, unfortunately, you probably would have heard of this more last month, but we got Ian'd out. So that's why the time's longer. So 3,600 plus continuing is granted. Please stop it. Just go get it cut and call them.
Yeah. Now, was there a meeting last month, or was that one canceled?
That one was canceled. That's why the time frame is longer. This should have been handled last month, but you can't force people to come out during a hurricane.
Right, right.
So
And he's actually the next one on the agenda as well.
Oh,
On
stick
page
around.
3, case 22-1499-10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC.
We'd like to enter the following into
Oh, great,
evidence.
even
Exhibit
more.
1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
All right, so 5A. All right, so once again, we have, this is a COVID signed green card, so the post office guy signed it for you. Affidavit of compliance, so they cut the grass. Do we have a fine on this one, or is it a finding of fact?
No, there's a fine. It was, your previous order was, again, from October, required compliance by 10/27. Complied on the 7th of November, so it was out of compliance for 10 days, so $750 and not continuing.
Okay. Well, at least they cut the grass. So you have $750 on the grass and weeds. Just get it on a better schedule.
All right, I think we got another one for the trash
It's
can.
this. It's just hard
Yeah.
to see.
Oh, it's the same photo.
It's very high, though.
Well, you can do whatever you'd like with it, but if you
Yeah,
don't
he's
stop
gonna-
it,
We're gonna
and
go
this
in
is
order.
not a homestead property because it's
Right.
owned
right.
by a corporation, God only knows I'll be signing an order allowing foreclosure and the corporation's not going to be happy. So do what you wish. It's not my responsibility to make sure people comply. I just
We
have to-
generally do.
I would
We actually
understand.
we've got 25 homes in the city. I've only been here twice in 3 years.
That's wonderful. I've had a lot worse, believe me, a lot worse. A lot of people try to stick it on the tenants, and the tenants aren't responsible.
Yeah.
It's a business problem. All right, sir. We have one more? Or we
Got
gonna-
one more for me for the trash cans?
That's way down in the agenda, so we're going to keep on the agenda schedule, and we'll call him back when he's
All
comes
right,
up
we're gonna
again.
call
I
you
think he
back,
has
I
actually,
guess.
maybe, one more.
All right. I'm
So
trying to get rid of the people here. Okay, what's next?
22-0771, 162 Sandpiper Avenue, Kirk Mishley St. Patrick, Kirk Mishley St. Patrick Trust title holder, and Kirk Mishley St. Patrick trustee.
Ah,
Margaret Hancock, Code Officer for the Village of Royal Palm. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 4, picture.
okay. Roof, fence, wind, door, roof permit, 22. Okay. All right. So you have a COVID green card for service, and it worked because he's standing there.
Your name, sir?
Kirk Mishley.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I just handed you are the evidentiary case file the village would like to enter into the record. Do you have any objection to the documents?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So you were last before us, I believe, in October.
Yes, sir.
You had a December 1st date where you needed to go get some permits and things.
Actually, I got the plan draft up, and I'm waiting on the engineer to sign off on it. I kind of got sick in the process, and it set me back a bit, so I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more time to get this submitted. Please.
What's the village's response?
Again, we're at fine assessment hearing, so I have to ask for a fine to start running. He was required to comply by December 1st. We're at December 14th, and it's still not been issued. So we're asking for $325 and continuing. That's 13 days.
What am I supposed to do? I mean, I signed an order. You're
I mean,
supposed to
if
do it by December 1st.
I
I
understand.
mean, you
that.
could have asked for, at least said, I have a problem, or, but, we're showing up here at the fine assessment hearing. They don't want to give anything. I'm in the middle.
I understand. I just
mean-
got sick and set me back a bit. If I could get another 2 weeks, I would
See,
appreciate
it's not
it.
going to be, see, the problem with it is you have to get a permit, and you don't even have a
Right.
permit applied for. And a
Right,
permit
right.
takes 2 to 4 weeks to get issued. If you have everything.
I was
if
really
you
hoping
have-
to at least get it submitted before, but unfortunately.
If you had it submitted, you were in the process, that'd be
Right.
one thing, but
Right.
we still haven't had a submission. And
He did have to go get drawings.
I mean, he had to go get drawings. I understand that, but
If he pursues getting the permit diligently, like you tell most respondents, they can come back for fine mitigation. I wouldn't oppose.
yeah, what they're
reduction.
saying now is, okay, I'm gonna have to do the fine because that's where we are. But if you get first document your sickness or whoever's sickness, get these things in as fast as you can and push them through so they can stop. And they're saying they won't oppose a fine reduction. You may even want to get a copy of this tape because there's video of this saying that they won't do it just to remind them and me.
Right, right.
But that'd be the best thing. It's like ask them for a copy of the tape too. But just get everything submitted because it looks beautiful, but it needs to be permitted.
Right, right.
And some of these things require Indian Trails approvals if you're in the wrong canal, things of that nature. So $350 plus continuing is granted.
$325.
$325 plus
Yes,
continuing
thank you.
is granted.
All right, I'll push it as fast
Get
as
your
I can,
application in, get your documentation in, and then
try
ask
to
for
get
a
a
fine
reduction.
reduction hearing. They've already said they'll be kind.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Next.
Staying on the same page, 22-1332, 242 Sandpiper Avenue, FKH SFR C1LP.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order, finding violation. Exhibit 2, notice of fine assessment hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Okay. You have a signed green card by Claudette. Thank God someone can actually spell.
Your name for the record, ma'am?
Diana Smith Rose.
Diane Smith Rose, is that
Yes,
right?
Diana Smith Rose.
Oh, thank you. And your relation to this entity?
I'm the property manager.
Thank you, ma'am. Those documents I handed to you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you have service via green cards. What is, this is kind of far away. You may want to give me a little bit more.
In the back, you'll see the gray areas of the roof. There's several of them where the roof has been repaired, and they need to get a permit for those repairs, and they need to match the existing roof. So I don't know if they want to get a permit to put a whole new roof on there, or a permit for the repairs that have been done
Okay, so if I'm looking at these pictures, and no one can see them but us.
from across
So
the canal.
there's some brownish areas. That's the existing roof.
Yes,
That's so that's the 3-tab dimensional shingles, whatever they are.
right.
And then the rest of it is just sort of what?
I'm not sure what type
Covered
of
with
material
something.
it is. It's a gray,
So it could be a
possibly.
tarp, or it could be
Yeah.
a seal, or it could be whatever. It could be, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
But-
more like a sealant.
But it's not matching the rest of the roof.
Correct. And
And
they
it
didn't
need-
get a
and
permit.
in any case, none of these have been permitted, the repairs.
No.
So I'm looking at the AS 400, and the last thing I see is like a roof in 2000, no, a fence in 2016. All right, ma'am. So, Ms. Rose, is roof work being done on the property?
So, yes, the approved, well, it just landed in my calendar yesterday.
So
I called vendor, got the work order approved, and they pulled the permit yesterday.
well,
They applied for the
they
permit.
applied for the permit yesterday.
Yeah,
So the good news is, hopefully, it will get processed in due form,
Correct.
but that's still going to take 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. Anytime you do any repair that's 25% or more of an area requires a permit.
it's more than 25% of the roof, you have to replace the entire roof for Florida Building Code. You can't just permit those repairs. It's got to be a new roof. I'm not certain what the work order says, but it was a big work order. We had to get different quotes from different vendors, so I'm pretty sure it's probably replacing the roof. But I will. Once it reaches 25% threshold, they say you need a new roof. Well, thanks for that information. I will talk to the vendor as well.
Okay. See, I just learned something new. South Florida Building Code.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So
This
what
one
is this, 325 or?
No, this one's 48 days.
Oh, it's another.
So it's 1,200 and continuing.
1,200 plus continuing.
1,200?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Unfortunately, Ian killed last meeting, and it would have been 325. And but
Yeah,
good meeting.
these sometimes, because these go to corporate, and they have a mailing system. So by time they get the violation, they put it in the system, and it comes to us, the property managers in this market. You know,
Yeah. I
sometimes
was
it's
in touch
behind.
with a Stony Hamlin.
Yes, I spoke to her.
I've been in touch with her and somebody else, so they were aware of it.
Yeah, she didn't. I didn't even see it, but I'm here now. So
Okay.
That's all right. You're not going to get abused. It's not your fault. Someone else.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, please.
Next is page 4, case 22-1538, 600 Royal Commerce Road, Royal Commerce Park 2, condo building 600 LLC.
Okay.
That's not her? No. Musical code.
I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, the order finding violation. Exhibit 2, the inspection report from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Thank you.
This is it. This is where I mailed it. So the order was signed on August 19th. This mailed to October 19th. And someone signed for it on 10/21. And this LWOR is my initials
This
for
is-
the order.
Oh, but for today's hearing, I didn't get notice. That's what I was
This
surprised.
is it.
Really? You didn't get it?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you had read this, it says that you have to comply before December 1st, or you need to attend the status/fine assessment hearing on the 14th day of December.
I did not get it, I'll be honest with you.
I don't know whose signature that is,
No.
but that's.
Usually,
got
if this is the address, it usually comes to it's my business. It comes to my store, and there's only two people. Either it's me or there's another guy. And then neither of us has signature. But besides the point.
That's between you and the postal department.
But probably delivered it somewhere else.
And
Oh.
you were also at the hearing? And
Yes,
at
I
the
was
hearing,
there.
We give you the compliance
Yep.
or the
You did.
hearing date.
You did.
So
Yes.
you
That is
actually
it.
had actual service at
Yes.
that hearing.
Yep.
This is your Palm Beach County Fire Rescue report.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And these are the photographs.
Yep. Yep.
That Ms. Campbell.
Yep.
Okay.
You can have these.
So
So do
hold
we
on,
have any
sir.
objections to the documents?
Let's
no,
get
I
it.
don't have any objections except that I never got this certified mail for this hearing. I didn't get it, but I was there at the first hearing.
Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Prashant Ramani,
Thank
Spell
you.
that, please.
Prashant. That's the first name. Ramani, Ramani. It's the last name.
All right. And your relation to Royal
I'm
Park?
the owner of the building.
Oh, no. Gotcha. All right. So go ahead.
This one, again, it's been out of compliance. The fire inspector is here, so we'll have her testify to the status of compliance.
Okay.
Can you give your
Have her
name and
testify.
position for the record?
Inspector Campbell, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. As of this date, these photos are from this afternoon, a couple hours ago. He's still not in compliance with these 4 items along with the permitting for the 1 unit.
All right. So what are the 4 items briefly?
We have some electrical panels that have no indication of what the shutoff is. We have some emergency lighting missing from some stairwells of means of egress from the top unit.
Okay.
Our addressing is not visible. It does not meet code, and there's missing unit numbers off of the doors.
Gotcha. Because all I'm looking at is stairs. I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
That's
Okay,
where
because there's
there's
no,
no
there's
lighting
no
for the
lighting
exit.
exit sign.
That's a unit on that second story, and that's its only means of
So those are
egress.
fire safety requirements under Palm Beach County code,
The Florida Fire Prevention Code, yes, sir.
Florida Fire Prevention Code, even better, the state code
Yes.
rather than a county code.
Yes.
And you did not find those in where they're supposed to be.
Correct.
See? Got a little expansion on the pictures here. All right, so
I have
you're
purchased-
missing stuff.
Yes, I do know, and I did order it after the last hearing, and I gave it to my contractor. I paid him, and he still hasn't installed it. I've been after him. I have text messages to prove. Finally, I told him, can you please bring it back to me so that I can get it installed from someone else? And he's supposed to bring it tomorrow, and hopefully I can find someone else to do it. It's a small job. It's very hard to find people to come and do that.
Yeah, the problem is you have to get a permit.
Permit has been applied also, he says. We needed an architect, and I was able to find one architect, which was very hard to find, and he's working on it. I have an email from Diana Soto, and she's been in touch with my architect.
So there were 2 units that had interior alterations, and one of those units was selling retail out of that unit. I believe that's still going on as well. The first unit where the retail is happening, all those alterations, that was all taken down and that came into compliance. The interior alterations still have to do with, I believe it's Triple J Automotive, that unit. They've not gotten permits for the alterations that they made to their bay.
Okay, well, you've been here sitting around, you know it's going to take weeks to get these things permitted, so.
And just, sorry to interrupt it, Supervisor Walker got on the record, just to be clear, that section 2692, that's a zoning code violation, so I just want him to understand that it's not a matter of putting up the things that have been ordered to satisfy the code inspector. That's not the end of the list of violations, so.
Well, the zoning code violation is what, the retail
use, right?
in what is this, an industrial area or something?
Correct. So I just want to make sure that the record is clear that that's also still out of compliance.
Sales there.
Yeah, he does internet sales, and I mean, I have. He removed all the. You can come and check again.
Well,
He's
that's what
removed
she needs to do. Is she's going to go check again.
I can go again, but
Yeah.
it needs to all be gone.
Everything is gone from there. The countertops are gone. Everything is gone. I barely see anybody over there now whenever I go.
Okay. So you're asking her to come inspect?
Yeah, she can come and inspect the first unit for the retail. Yes, you can do it. The permitting for the changes for the JJJ Automotive, the permitting has been, the permit has been applied. We couldn't find an architect. Finally, I found an architect, and he's working with the city.
The permit is actually my permit, and it's been sitting with them for 40 days now.
Yeah, because he couldn't find an architect. I guess he needs an architect to do the drawings. Finally, I found him
Yeah,
an
he came
architect.
in probably a month ago, and I have not heard from them since.
Yeah, I have the email from my architect. My architect has been in touch with some Diane DeSoto. I have an email, and he's been in touch. He's getting all the paperwork so that he can do the drawings, and we can move forward on this.
What you need to do is keep doing these emails, print them all out so you can bring them to the fine reduction hearing.
Okay.
Because right now, all I can do is what I can do, which is.
For the record, this was originally cited on February 2nd, 2022. So we're
we're
approaching
almost
a year.
a
There's
year
a lot
later.
of stuff.
Permitting does take a while, but that's a little.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff which was, I purchased this building, and there was a lot of stuff missing in this thing. The fire, nothing was done. It was not taken care of. It was not even being monitored. So I've spent a lot of money. I've already put everything back in its shape, except these few things, and I'm working on it. So I would like a little bit more of time.
Like,
so
I can't give you time now, but I can give you some form of relief if you get it done. That's the only thing we can do right now.
And just for the record, because these are fire safety issues, there will be, if he appears at a fine mitigation hearing, there will be likely objection because of
there's going to be
the gravity of
objections
the violation.
because these are safety things. But right now, all I can do is a fine assessment hearing is assess a fine.
Sir, last time when I was here, you said that you can give me more time because I asked for more time last time also. When
And I did give you more time, and we didn't get anything done. I mean, we
been
had
trying.
an application in 40 days ago, but unfortunately, the people you used to apply didn't get it. Didn't get it done.
That's just the
And
debate.
that's going to be the basis for your reduction request that you tried, you hired people, and all this happened, and you've got all these emails. But right now, I can't give you time. All I can do is give a fine and then move on to reduce it later on if you can prove that it wasn't your fault. Okay.
And your previous order, so this has been out of compliance for 13 days. Your previous order allowed for a fine to be assessed at an amount of up to $250 per day. So we're going to leave it to your discretion.
All right, I'm going to do this at 75 a day. But you need to get this stuff done yesterday. It was supposed to be done months ago. Okay.
So that'd be
I
nice.
could have done 250 a day, and you'd be looking at thousands of dollars a week.
I know,
So-
and I appreciate what you're doing for me, but I will.
I'm trying to keep it down so the number, when it comes back for the reduction hearing, does not blow up beyond comprehension.
Okay.
So that'd be $975 and continuing.
$975 and continuing is granted.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now we're on repeat violation hearings. Case 22-1697, 10403 Carmen Lane, SRMZ3 LLC.
Oh, he's back. 5B.
I'm back.
They're back. Is that Chucky or somebody else?
I don't know.
That's also Jack Nicholson in The Shining, I believe.
No, that was Honey, I'm Home.
Oh, I think he said I'm back too. I'm trying to remember that.
We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, order finding violation. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Used to play a game with the former secretary who sat there. It'd be like car or truck. We both lose. It's a minivan. All right, so there's a minivan or two parked up at the front door because, hey, why would we walk from the driveway to the house when we can park in the front yard?
Exactly.
So tenants are fun. Talk to these. Hopefully they'll get their trucks or their minivans out and park them in the swale where they're supposed to.
Okay.
What's the damage on this one?
This one, it's been out of compliance since October 20th through today. So we're asking for, that's 56 days. So we're asking for a fine of 100.
Oh, I'm sorry. That got changed. 20 to 51 days.
Okay. 51's better than 56.
Complied actually on 12/10, so it ran from
So 12/9.
10/20 to
So it was out of, sorry about that. It was out of compliance from October 20th to 12/9. So we're asking for a fine of $150 per day. That's $7,650 and not continuing.
Tenants. What fun. Hey, at least they saved themselves a walk.
Yep.
All right. I will sign that order. Sad,
Thank you.
but I will sign it.
Thank you, sir. Next case is 22-1393, 213 Bilbao Street. Julio E. Ramos.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, previous order, finding violation. Exhibit 4, verification ownership. Exhibit 5, pictures. Exhibit 6, affidavit of compliance.
Oh, at least they stopped. All right, so with this one, we have signed green cards. We have affidavits of service. So you have service. And they did comply eventually, so.
Yes.
Your name, sir, for the record?
Julio Ramos.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I handed you are the evidentiary case file the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents?
No objection.
Thank you.
All right, so what was objectionable about this, just so he knows? It was
The
parked
trailer
on the grass.
parking on the front lawn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I have a tenant live in my house for about 1 year and 6 months. And when he first rent my house, he had a truck. He didn't have a trailer. So, I was living by that time in Chicago here, because I got my transfer over there. So my neighbor, I asked my neighbor to go through my mailbox, and he checked that letter that was sent from the village, stating that I have a trailer parked in the driveway. So I came over here and spoke to Miss Margaret, and she told me that I need to comply. I said, yeah, I will. I did comply. I went back to O'Hare, my work, and I received another letter. So I asked the guy to check the letter, to open it. The guy that was renting my house. I said, yeah, they are going to comply. I'm going to move the trailer and that. He never did, I came back from O'Hare. I got transferred over here. I passed by the house and I saw the trailer. That's why I told him, you need to move that because I'm going to get fined. I did get fined for $600. And I told him, you have to move because I never had trouble with the village.
Yeah, all you have to do
I
is
don't
park.
have a trailer myself.
Yeah.
So, he I had to get a lawyer and kick him out.
Yep.
So there's no trailer right now.
Well, they said there's an affidavit of compliance because you complied.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think one of the themes of today's meeting is bad tenants.
Yeah, kick him out. I had to get me a lawyer, and I told him to move out of the house. And since that, there's no trailer there and everything's clean. You guys can
Yeah.
pass by.
Unfortunately, he did this after there was a prior violation. So what are you asking for?
And I try my best, but when you don't live in the area, it's hard to,
Yep.
I never had trouble with the village. I was like,
No, it's not you. It's your tenant. All right.
This one's been it was out of compliance for a total of 27 days from August 11th to September 6th. So we're asking for a $50 a day fine. That's $13.50 and not continuing.
All right. So the original order was 25.
Yes.
All right. So what do you want? What do you want on the repeat?
$50 a day fine. So $13.50 and not continuing.
Yeah, that's not horrible. All right. Sorry. $1,350. No continuing is granted.
there's no way you can reduce that. I mean,
You can come back for a fine reduction hearing if you've got the time and tell me your story then. But yeah, that's the time to do it, not now.
if it's 600 is already hard for me to pay. Imagine 13.
Well, fortunately, because you own the house, you should be able to save up the money and pay it at one time sometime in the future, or come back and apply for a fine reduction hearing and show me a copy of the complaint and the lawyer's bills and things of that nature. And I'll see
I
if
had
I
to
can
pay
do
for
something.
a lawyer and everything.
That's what I'm saying is when you come back for the fine reduction hearing, show me that you had to hire a lawyer, pay the lawyer.
I have a.
No, not today. I'm
That's
just giving you for later.
Okay.
That you bring all that stuff in so you can show it to me that you spent all this time and energy trying to get rid of this guy. It really wasn't my fault. It was this bad tenant. And then maybe I can do something for you there. But right now,
So, am I getting a letter?
you're going to get an order, but you're probably also going to ask
Oh,
for
that's
a reduction.
one thing. I was not getting the letters. I was like, he was hiding that from me.
Well, unfortunately, Florida statutes say you have to send the letter to the address on the tax collector's roll.
Correct.
And you let the tax collector send his notices to your house. And that's why it was getting sent to your house. They can't send it anywhere else.
It's,
Or they're in
email
violation.
or nothing like that.
But he can change his addresses with those entities.
Yeah, you can
so
change
that
your
it
address
goes to
with the
wherever he
tax
wants his mail
collector
to
and
go.
say, I want it sent to me in Chicago.
No,
I
now
want
I
it sent to
live-
my post office box. I want it sent to the neighbor.
Now I live in my house.
Yeah, well, now you're going to get all the notices
Yeah.
because they're going to the right place.
Well, I hope I don't get a lot of letters.
No, you won't. It's just your tenants.
It's
Yeah,
costing
and
me a lot
if
of
the
money.
guy would have just parked it on the sidewalk or on the driveway, everything would have been fine. We had too many trucks. All right, 1350, no continuing is granted.
Thank you. We're moving to violation hearings, page 6, near the bottom, 22-1417, 1365 Savoy Yard Way, BAF Assets, LLC.
All right, we gotta stop meeting like this.
Dude, just say you don't object and we can get this done. This one is easy. You're just going to go move the trash can and call and they'll stop it.
Code Section 12-4C, garbage can in public view. This was observed on 8/19/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 9/1/22 and posted. The notice of hearing was mailed out 10/4/22, was returned signed on 11/28/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay, we have an affidavit of service, so we have service, we have green cards as well.
Yeah.
We have garbage can that they don't like behind the fence. All right, so do you have any objections to the documents?
Nope.
None.
And this is actually complied, so we're asking for a finding of fact.
Finding of fact is granted. They say you fixed it already, but that does set
The
you up.
tenant did.
Well, the tenant did, but someone fixed it.
Yeah.
That just means, though, you're set up for a repeat violation the next time.
Right. But I don't have a
So-
fine on this one?
No, this is just a finding of
Wait a
fact.
minute.
Yeah, this is different.
Okay.
So tell your tenant, if they leave the garbage can out again,
Yeah.
they'll get repeated violations. They've got a fence right there.
I know. And a gate.
That's the lazy thing,
I know. I know.
Okay. Thank you.
I think
Are
that's
we
it for
done?
me, so I'm going home.
All right. Don't buy a lotto ticket.
Next one is the next case down,
That's why we're late.
22-1480 10175 Patience Lane, Andrew and Heather Alkire.
Code Section 2657 and 9/1, 2 sheds placed on property without a permit, fence installed without a permit. I observed this on 9/2/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 9/9/22 and was signed for on 9/14/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 10/4/22 and was posted. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
It's the old one.
Your name for the record, sir?
Andrew Alcar.
Those documents I handed you are the evidentiary case file the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents?
No.
Thank you.
Okay. What do we have? Sheds. Sheds. So we have 2 sheds?
Yes. The one is on one side and then the other. It's like right at the tip of the fence.
Right, I see the roof line of that. It's
Yes.
probably also in the setback?
I'm not sure.
We're not sure? Maybe, maybe not?
Yes, maybe.
Well, there's a picture of a fence and there's a roof line over the gate that's indicative of a shed being there.
I'm just trying to figure out whose house that is, where the picture was taken from.
It's
The
not,
front, the street.
So do you have 2 sheds?
Yeah, I have 2 sheds. I don't understand that other picture. The one shed on the west side of the property's been there for 18 years, so
Yeah. Did you put it up or was it there when you
it
bought
was
it?
there when I got the house.
See, I think there are like 2 guys in Royal Palm Beach who ever went and tried to check files about houses and building permits with me and my former partner. Because you get stuck with these things all the time. People put fences up without permits. They put sheds up without permits.
Well, the fence was just a repair.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, just things happen that you were not aware of. You
And-
didn't look at the file to see that there was no permit for the sheds or whatever.
I got a notice just to repair the west side of the fence because the gate was broken. The 4x4 was rotted and the gate was broken, so the fence was in disrepair, whatever.
So, yeah.
So I repaired the gate, and then I got another notice in the mail that said I needed a permit for, which I didn't know I needed a permit for.
It all depends on how big the side is and how
it was
big
just
the
the
repair
front, just the front gate on the west side is what got repaired. So
Yeah, that's usually just a simple owner builder permit.
Well, I applied for one, and the documents that were required, I got them notarized. I sent it in. I got a correction back saying I needed a site survey, which was not listed on the website when I did it. I printed everything out that was listed there. Site survey was not part of it. I got it all notarized. I put it in. The correction came back for that, And I believe I called Dana, and she put me on hold, talked to somebody, said, yeah, I guess you do need a site survey. I found my original site survey, and I guess because that correction expired, I couldn't add it on there to try to resubmit it or whatnot for that gate. So I don't know what to do from there, really. Do I have to resubmit it again or something? Or?
The comment that's in here is just saying you needed to mark the location on your survey.
Right,
That's all they're asking for.
So all they wanted you
But
to do was.
I found my original survey. I marked it, and I tried this past weekend. I tried to add it to the correction online, and I couldn't add it on there. I think because it expired, or the correction time expired, or something. I don't know why I couldn't add it on there. I couldn't figure out how to add it on there. So do I have to redo it all over again with that survey?
Talk to her.
'Cause I have it all on my computer, all the documents. I have the site survey right here, and I have it marked. I scanned it, but I can't figure out how to add it and resubmit it with the site
If you
survey on
needed
there.
to, you can call the office tomorrow. We can walk you through it, or you can come in and submit it through the office, however.
Yeah, you may just want to give her a copy of it.
I can give her a copy of it. What
No,
now?
I can't. I can't do that because I would have to get into his account. He's got to do
Yeah,
it through
okay,
his
you got to do it during business hours. But yeah, just give her a copy of the
So
survey.
who would I call to?
I'll give you a card.
Who'll give you a card?
Now, as far as the shed goes, can I use the same original site survey for that to get a permit for that since it was here already?
No, well,
It all
for
depends.
For a shed, your survey has to be less than 2 years old.
Okay.
The
now,
fence, it can be as old as.
As old as 18 years, whatever
Right.
it is. Yeah. All right. So, but you're here for a violation hearing, which means I can give you a ton of time to go get these things permitted. So that's probably what we're going to do. What are you looking at for time?
Compliance by January 26th.
Well, what I would like to ask you is, I know I can bring documentation for you. My youngest son just had reconstructive ACL surgery, and I have about $3,000 in hospital bills that I'm paying right now for that. And I'll be more than happy to get the permit and everything, but I can't afford to get a site survey right now. It's like $500 to $1,000 to have somebody come out, and I got to get that taken care of first. And I can bring you doctor bills, whatever you need. I mean, I'll be more than happy to do it, but I don't know that that's going to happen by January 1st. And I talked to Dana about this, and I told her the situation, and she said to talk to you when we come here for the hearing to see if I can get a little more time for that.
March 1st, what's the March hearing date? See, this way, get a couple extra months out of me. Keep up with them.
March
to,
8th.
at least get the fence parts done so you're progressing with
Yeah,
that.
I have the.
And then, work your way onto the sheds. That's going to be a survey issue, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get the survey. It's just I just
Yeah,
gotta have the time to get the money put together.
March 8th is the hearing date.
3138.
Or $25 day fine.
25.
March 8th.
No, March 1st. They've got to give a little bit of lag time before the March 8th hearing.
So by March 1st, I just have to have like the process going, or
Well, if you have most of the process going, you can show up at the hearing, and I will probably give you some more.
We could set this as a status/fine
We'll
assessment
set
hearing.
it as a status/fine assessment hearing.
Okay.
So that means if you're in progress, and I'm seeing that you're in progress, I usually give people who are trying more time.
Okay.
That's the whole point of showing up here,
Right.
is you're trying.
So I can call the office tomorrow with that site survey,
And you can get the fence part.
and I can email that to somebody or. Right. Yeah, that's what I tried to do, but it was
She's
it was in red, and I couldn't figure out how to add it onto there.
She'll walk you through it.
And who am I asking for when I call to help me through it?
I gave him the card. Here's the name on the card.
That's
right
my
there.
card.
The
What
business
is?
card I handed you.
Oh, this
is
right
her
here,
name
okay.
and phone number.
Okay.
And that's who you call.
All right, and then I'll get something in the mail for this March 1st.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
313825, granted. Next.
Page
Yeah.
7, 22-1506, Country Club Views, HOA, Country Club Views, Homeowners Association, Inc., 100 Prestige Drive.
Code section 9-1, fence installed without a permit. I observed this on 9/9/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 9/14/22 and was signed for on 9/27/22. The notice of hearing mailed out certified mail on 11/8/22 and was signed for on, oh wait, that's the wrong one, sorry, 11/17/22. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, sign green card equals service.
Your name for the record, sir,
Bruce King,
and your relationship.
property manager.
What was your last name?
King, K-I-N-G.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I just handed you are the village's evidentiary case file. Do you have any objection to those documents?
No.
Thank you.
All right. It's a pretty new fence. So I did not see an AS 400 printout. There's no fence permit.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So did you?
Okay, the contractor I used, he had done a lot of work in a community I live in, so I assumed he was okay to do fencing. I hired him. It turned out he didn't pull a permit. I went onto your site and submitted an application for a permit and tried to walk through the steps and submit the site survey and those type of things. I put the name of the contractor in there, and it came back that he's the wrong kind of contractor. He's a landscaping contractor, and he's not a fencing contractor. So I went to a fencing contractor that I deal with in West Palm Beach, the city of West Palm Beach, who I know is licensed and insured and all of that, and asked him if he would come and look at the fence and submit an application. And we would pay him for that. He said he didn't want to take the responsibility in case somebody was injured in the future on the fence. He said he would ask around his friends who do fencing if they could pull a permit, and I haven't heard back from him. So I'm in a little bit in a lurch. I tried to submit the documents. I tried to do it as an owner builder, but I guess you can't do that as an HOA because it's not an individual owner. So I'm a little bit in a quandary because I don't know exactly how to pull the permit now.
Well, you have to get a licensed fence contractor to sign off on this, or you get to tear it down and show its removal so you can get out of trouble, and then get a licensed fence contractor to pull a permit and put a new one up.
Okay, well,
It sounds stupid, but
right. Well, the new fence is exactly like the old fence. It's a shadow box fence. It's beautiful.
It doesn't matter. It's not a permitted fence.
The old fence was falling down.
Believe me, I'm right in the middle of pressure washing my 18-year-old fence.
Right.
It's a horrible thing to do, but I do it every year. My 18-year-old fence is going to make it to like 25 or 30 because I nail all the mold off of it and let it dry during the dry season.
Right. Well,
so you've got a lovely fence, but it's unpermitted.
Correct.
No one will apply for a permit because they're worried about liability concerns. And you have two choices. You either get someone to pull a permit for you, or you remove it, and then you're out of trouble. The question becomes a matter of expense.
Have you, in your many years of experience here, do you know of any local contractors?
I can't make code complaints. I can't make recommendations for people. I can't.
Is there anybody in your office?
The building department, we can give you a list of contractors that are registered. We can't recommend any of them, but we can let you know who's registered in the village.
Okay, so I could call you.
You can actually look at it online as well on our website.
I think I tried that because you mentioned that in one of the responses on the permit application that I made. I couldn't find that list, so it's a little hard to navigate the site. But anyway.
Yeah, if you call us tomorrow, I'll show you where to find it on our website.
And so maybe I could get your business card as well.
Okay.
So is there some way I can get some time to try to find this contractor? The fence is beautiful. There's no eyesore. I don't think we're in any violation there. I just need to get a permit and get a contractor, thank you, to
let's give them a February date.
Permit.
Gives them a month more than the January dates.
That's fine. We were originally asking for January, but that's fine. 3/1/38/25.
3/1/38/25.
Is that? Let me make sure that date's right.
Yeah, I like consistency. Okay.
Yep. 3/1/38.
Got a couple months.
So March was that?
March 1st, the permit needs to be issued.
Okay.
So you need to get it in a few weeks before then, or it won't be issued.
I understand.
Okay. Okay. Granted.
3/1/38/25.
Yep. You'll get an order in the mail.
And I assume I'll receive some type of notice.
There'll be an order in the mail to the condo.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Staying on the same page, 22-1544, 835 Hibiscus Drive, Susie Wong.
Code Section 622-108.4, 15-142, and 15-143. Work done without a permit, door enclosed, room, etc. Gravel, rock, and mulch placed in the yard without a zero escape plan. This was observed on 9/22/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 9/28/22 and was signed for on 9/29/22. The notice of hearing was actually signed for in the office, but that was for November, so I have actual service for December. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, sign green card for the violation, actual notice for the hearing, and pictures.
Your names for the record, please.
Susie Wong. David Ritchie.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Ricci, R-I-C-C-I.
What was your first name?
David.
Thank you. Those documents I handed you are the evidentiary case file the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those being entered into the record? They're the notice documents for tonight's hearing, the verification of ownership, and there's photos on the screen. Any objection to the documents themselves? Go ahead. There's more pictures.
Okay.
Okay.
When's the most recent? Yeah, 12/13. Okay.
12/13, yesterday.
Okay.
Any objection to those documents?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, admitted without objection. So we have what? Tell me.
The room was closed in, and then a door was put in. And as far as the yard, there's mulch and gravel, and there, it needs to either get approved or removed first off.
So let me take, the village likes grass.
Yes.
And if the village is going to have a zero-scaped yard, it needs to be a zero-scape approved yard.
Yes.
And it looks like that they have created an additional driveway in the front of the house with the gravel.
Well, no, actually, I was going to let you know, you can't park there.
I was only using the truck to put the light.
Okay, I know it normally isn't there, that's why.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so it's
that
not
was
normally a
yesterday.
parking
No,
spot, and you
no,
just caught him at a great time. So you just made him look bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because of the last couple of weeks, we've had break-ins on Hibiscus with a group of gang members or whatever going through the cars and stuff. So I left it up there after I did the lights, but I'm going to move it.
Okay, well, we got time, and the problem is, I don't know, how long does it take to approve a zero-scape plan? I mean, if they're in California, they'd be paying them not to have grass.
Not California, though.
He needs to submit, he needs to draw it up, and then it needs to be submitted to George to see if.
Who's
it's something-
George?
The landscape
the
consultant.
landscape consultant that was here.
Oh, okay. Well, would he submit it to
No,
the
and
office?
It was around, like,
I mean,
just like plants, or, that's how most people have it, like wherever they have the hedges planted, then they mulch or gravel that, but
Did
because
you notice
it's.
though, I added another half a skid of zorzia in the front that brings it up into the plant areas all the way around the front.
Yeah, but it's a pretty large area, so that's why I said that you needed to really talk to George
Right.
and get that approved.
Okay.
And see, what they're going to require. So when you do zero-scape like that, then they want plants planted in there that aren't going to take a lot of water. So, and he's the landscape guru to know all that.
You guys, we maintain, and I add all the time, and everyone says
Okay.
it's like a park.
I know, but if we,
Oh, and we have the room
we
door.
have people who have tried to mulch their entire yards, and
No,
so,
we
I mean,
weren't
you
looking
just
to
have to stay
mulch the whole,
consistent.
We're looking
Okay.
for the look.
We also have issues with the door in an enclosed room that we have to deal with too.
Yeah, this
So-
year,
so you
I
need-
have photos here, but the room itself, we had gone down, and we didn't have an issue we were surprised that, that had been closed in for about 30 years. We can't find a picture of the house going back 3 or 4 owners that it hadn't been closed in already. They're not structural walls. The roof was there prior.
Right, well, you're gonna just have to get it permitted, though.
Right.
You're the one who's gets stuck with the permitting
No,
of this thing.
I understand that.
So
And-
we're doing March again. 3/13/8/25. That gives you time to start applying for everything. Gives you a
Right,
few
because
months to get through the
We
process.
actually had gone down to, because the permitting process was a little bit involved, so well, let's go down and have them walk us through. And that's when they gave us or told us that this was coming. I didn't realize I was waiting because we were waiting for an architect to get back to us. Then we finally contacted, our neighbors did, Terry Stocking, got a hold of the gentleman with the blue truck who lives on our block.
That's good.
He gave us a list. We went through the list. We didn't get a phone call back, and then one gave us a phone call back with a reference to another gentleman who called me, and I finally got a hold of him, and he said it would be after the holidays.
Oh, that's why I'm giving you extra time. They're looking at January dates, and I gave you March, so you've got a couple extra months to get this stuff all in process.
No problem.
And it's like I said, if you get 90% of the way along there, or you got your permit application in, and you're waiting for them, then we're good. I'll give you a little more time. Okay.
That's great.
3/1/3/8/25. Granted.
Thank you.
Great holiday.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thank you very
Next,
much.
top of page 8, 22-1606, 20 Horicon Court, John M. Garrity.
Code Section 622-105.5, permit 220486 is expired. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Is Horicon someone's name, or just a weird name? I've never seen that street before. All right, signed green card equals service.
Your name for the record, sir?
My name's John Garrity.
Thank you, sir. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents? They're the notice documents for tonight's hearing, the permit information, and the verification of ownership.
Don't believe so. I don't have any objections.
All right, admitted without objection. What is the permit? I mean, these people send you these building department files, and they give you a number, but they don't give you like a whole bunch of detail.
Oh, no, they give it to us.
They give it to you, I bet. So siding.
Facing T111.
Okay, so T111. Oh, that's lovely. I have that. Plywood with ruts. Isn't that great?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's plywood with fake stripes in it, basically. All right, so the T111 permit expired, or it's just open, or just sitting there? Is that what we're looking at?
It expired, and actually, I have your request to close sitting on my desk. It's just waiting to be paid for.
Yes, I'm hoping I can find a way to get out of it without me paying for it.
Okay.
But you don't want to get into the position where you're going to be fined $25 a day sometime down the road because you're waiting for someone else who's really responsible, and you're right, but you're going to get screwed if you keep doing that. So you got to factor that into your consideration that, they're going to give you some time to pay the $75. This is an easy cure, but this is not going to be March.
So we were asking for compliance by January 26th or the February 8th fine assessment hearing, or $25 a day fine.
So you can try to get someone to pay it up till January 26th, and if it ain't, I'd be running down there with the check.
Well, no, you want to do it before then, because once it's paid for, then it has to go to be approved, which can take a few days in itself.
So you're probably looking, if we're talking 126, you probably should be like 115. So, if you have someone else who's responsible, if you don't want to pay it, it may not be a good business decision not to pay it.
No,
if you can't get them to do it by mid-January.
Okay, so if it was opened by mistake on my property, I'm still responsible to deal with all that.
Yep.
All right.
All of the documentation showing your property on it, it was pulled by a contractor. So.
Yeah, it was pulled by a contractor who got the wrong address from the HOA and opened on my property.
Yeah, well, this is one where you get to complain to the HOA and the contractor, but
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I've
talking.
been trying to do for the past 2-3 months.
Well, you see how far you're getting. You just don't want to get in trouble with this. 'cause
Did you
this-
ever speak with Rob, the building official?
I don't believe so, no.
You didn't? Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh, we're going to give you another avenue.
Those sidings don't exist on my property. It's I live in a townhouse. I'm a middle unit.
Well,
the sidings on the end units.
Call and talk to her, because we'll go to the building official and talk to the building official and see if we're able to get this closed for you through that way. So give me a call tomorrow and let's kind of run down the stuff so I can talk to the building official to try to get it taken care of.
Thank you. I did call code enforcement, but I don't believe it was you.
No, you probably spoke to Hunter, but you always need to speak to your code officer
Okay.
and explain what's going on, and then your code officer can go through the process.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Okay. Still haven't heard of Hurricane Court before.
I'm sorry, sir?
Thank you.
Never seen a case on this street.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Next.
Next, we're going to the top of page 9, 22-0983, 113 Heron Parkway, Gary L. and Tracy H. Kinnison II.
Code sections 2657, shed without a permit and setback area. Observed this violation on 5/31/22. Sent out notice of violation on 6/3/22. It was delivered on 6/15/22. Sent out a notice of hearing originally on 10/1, and then again, because that hearing was canceled, on 11/8, and it was delivered on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Okay, we have some signed green cards. The post office was kind enough to write COVID-19 on them for you and throw those letters probably in your mailbox. So you have service and you can proceed. What do we have here? Shed. Gotcha. All right. So
Your names for the record?
Gary Kinnison.
Tracy Kinnison.
Thank you both. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to the documents themselves?
No objection.
Thank you
Alright.
both.
So there's a shed in your yard. Was that your shed or somebody else's shed? Did you buy a shed?
Yes, we put it up.
Oh, okay. You bought it at least. There are certain requirements of the village, and one of them is it can't be in the setbacks. Normally, it's because if you've watched the AT&T people putting fiber cable in the setbacks, you'll see that they run these cables through those areas, and they can bulldoze your stuff if they want to. You sign a fence removal permit or agreement if they want to tear down your fence to run these things through. So yours is in the wrong place. You need to get it permitted in the righter place.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, this is March. We're going to do a Marchie again.
We're marching it again?
We're marching it again, 3138. They were going to give you to the end of January. You get some extra time because you bothered to show up.
And because it is in the setback, don't wait till the last minute. Get it in so they can evaluate and figure out where it needs to be moved to. Because what the magistrate was talking about was the easement area, but this is actually a setback prohibition. So regardless of whether there's utilities there or easement there, it's a setback problem.
Yeah, you'll have to relocate it to permit it.
Now, you can always bring in a copy of your survey and have them help you a little. Can they do that? Do they help you say this? You can't put it here, you can't put it there, but over in this area would be fine.
They can help clarify what the setback is on that particular property, so where it can and cannot go, but they'll evaluate that as part of the permitting.
So I'm trying to get you a little free help from the village that says it may not work in that corner, but if you move it over to this side or you put it in the middle there, you can keep it.
Yes, so the permit has been applied for,
Good.
and all the documents have been uploaded.
See, look at them, but
Very
I'm
good.
giving them plenty of time because you showed up here and now you can figure out how to add things in or get Hunter's card because everyone's getting Hunter's card. No, I'm just kidding. On this one, they're ahead of the curve right now. So happy holidays.
Thank you.
You too.
You'll get an order in the mail, and hopefully everything will be done way early. You too.
Staying on the same page, 22-1381, 84 Sparrow Court, Stephen and Tammy L. Richards.
Code sections 2657,
Shed
shed
day.
without a permit. Observed this violation on 8/5/22. Sent out notice of violation on 8/8/22. Posted it to the property. Sent out notice of hearing on 10/13/22 and posted that to the property as well. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Okay, you have service via posting.
Your name
What's
for the
your
record,
name?
sir?
Yeah.
Stephen Richards.
Hello, Mr. Richards.
Those
How you doing?
documents I handed you, sir, are the exhibits the village would like to enter, would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents?
Nope.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so you've been here for all the shed stuff.
Yes, I got the new survey done. I actually came in and talked to them a couple weeks ago, and I'm just working on getting the permit done and getting everything finalized.
And you have until March to do so.
I
March
appreciate
1,
it.
March 8th, 25.
All right.
See, look at them. Show up, get time. And this is why people should show up the first time, and then they don't have to be here the second time.
I ain't never got nothing for the first one. I would have been there. So.
Yeah. Well, no, this
I
is
tried
the
to
first,
get everything done, but
this is your first one.
All right.
This is the right time to show up and go, yeah, I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, I was
Yay."
texting my kid saying, "Hey, did you get a certified letter?"
So you're good.
All right,
You should
thank
be,
you.
if
Thank you,
this
sir.
is in process, yeah,
That's plenty of
even
time.
if it's
All
going to meet some problems during the way,
All right.
you're going. We're
All right.
good. All right,
Happy
next.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Next, going to top of page 10, 22-1428, 140 Meadowlark Drive. Esther and Luis C. Ortega.
Code section 2657, shed without a permit. Observed this violation on 8/25/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 8/27/22. It was
Feel like I
delivered
should
on
go get a shed.
8/29/22. Sent out notice of hearing in 9/28 as well as 11/8/22, and that was delivered on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. And Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
All right, so whoever is the postal carrier for this particular neighborhood likes to sign green cards. And
Yes, they do.
unfortunately, that is your service, so it's all good. But, okay, you are, ma'am?
My name is Madeline Ortega.
Marilyn or Madeline?
Madeline.
See, I'm close.
You are.
And your relation to the...
That's my husband, Luis Ortega.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Those documents I handed you are the village's exhibits that we'd like to enter into the record. Do you have any objection to those documents?
I do not.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
They have applied for a permit, but it's just been sitting there. So
why is it sitting? Is it them or
it's
you?
in plan check for,
So it's you.
It's an easement. It's on an easement.
Oh.
And so I came in a couple weeks ago wanting to get a list of the owners of the easements, and I was told that they didn't have it. They gave me the water, you said the name of it when we first began this hearing.
control district.
Indian
Indian
Trails.
Indian Trails.
ITID. yeah.
Right, correct. I called Indian Trails and they do not have the ownership to that easement. They said it's the village of Royal Palm Beach.
Oh, good. Get a
So,
letter from them.
with that said, I came in and the young lady that gave me that information, she also, gave me the information of applying for a variance, an easement variance. And so she said, why didn't they give me that option? And I said, I don't know why they didn't give me the option. I'm just trying to do the right thing, but I'm going through a little hurdles here.
Oh, life is full of hurdles.
Exactly. And so, I did apply for the variance. And so
All right.
that's where I'm at.
We are 313825 status/fine. That way we can see how our variance stuff goes, because sometimes it takes a while to get things scheduled.
When did you apply for the variance? Recently?
Recently,
Okay.
yes.
I was just, I haven't seen any of, I haven't seen it come across my desk yet, but if it was recent, that's why.
Also, I was also written up. I have my little thing here. Oops, sorry. Also, I was written up because of the trash can in the site in Plainview. I went ahead, and that's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other thing was my
Driveway.
My driveway. Now, I would like to show you some pictures of my
The
driveway.
driveway's been already
Driveway's-
taken care of.
Dri-
The
driveway's
only
done.
issue.
Beautiful, okay.
Driveway
Gotcha.
doesn't, the only thing I care about is shed without a permit. All the others are gone.
Yes.
Perfect.
The only
Okay.
issue is the shed.
All right.
So that's going to be another March 1st, March 8th, 25. Get a letter from Indian Trails saying that we do not own this easement. We do not have an easement on your property.
Mhm.
And that might help your application go forward. So it'll eliminate a question. It's
And
just
if
gonna be
it
the
is part of
village.
the permit, we'll evaluate whose easement it is. If she says it's the village, I'm not sure. But
Yeah, and
that'll be
if you're
reviewed.
looking for a list of owners of the easements on your property, it's going to be in your title insurance policy.
Because I'm trying to see if, if it can be abandoned, but.
Yeah, no,
It's just-
no, but I'm saying there's usually a list of easements in the title insurance policy you get when you buy your house.
Okay.
So that's usually where I would start my look for, because it's going to be subject to village easement, subject to FP&L easement, subject to Palm Beach County water utilities easement. All these
Because-
subject tos are going to be part of the title policy, and they're
And
going to
it'll
be
have
part
the-
of the exclusions.
And
And
it'll
I
have the
know,
booking
I
page on there,
understand
too.
that the AT&T and the Comcast, all that has been moved up to the front of the property. All the utility lines that were back there have been moved up to the front because my husband lived there for over 20-something years, and he said they were back there at one point, but they moved them now up to the front. So I don't know.
I don't know, maybe you can get Comcast and FP&L to abandon the easement too?
It depends on what easement it is. But yeah, she needs to look at her title policy and then pull the easements off the public record and figure out
Okay.
whose they are.
Okay, great.
All right.
So hopefully we'll have
So
more fun
what
for
day
you.
do I have? March 8th?
March
also?
1st. March 1st.
Okay. No worries.
As long as you're in process, hopefully it'll get done.
Okay. Thank you.
More
Thank
people
you.
here. All right. Who's next?
Now we're going to page 12, second one down, 22-1664, 181 Cordoba Circle, Daniel C. Gedeon.
Code Sections 2318B, prohibited vehicle. Observed this violation on 10/11/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 10/13/22. Notice of violation on 10/13/22, and it was delivered on 10/19/22. Sent out notice of hearing on November 5th of 22, and spoke to the wife saying that she received it and that husband would be here tonight for actual service. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, so you have signed green card. Now I take it the prohibited vehicle is the work truck?
There's a work truck as well as the trailer. The work truck comes and goes, so it's there periodically. Now, and then there's this horse trailer, and it's over 20 foot long, so that's what makes it prohibited, is the size
Oh,
of it.
it's just the trailer we're concentrating on.
Both. They can't have the truck there either. But the truck wasn't there today, but it can't
Okay,
be there.
so, all right, tell us who you are.
Daniel
Gideon?
Gideon. Daniel
All right.
Charles Gideon.
So those documents that I handed you are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents? They're the notice
It's
documents.
just notices, right?
Notice for tonight and verification of ownership, and photos are on the screen.
Okay.
Any objection?
No.
Thank you.
All right, so the horse trailer is really it, basically.
Yeah. And the work truck when it is there.
I'm going to talk to him about the work truck because I got a neighbor who works for Comcast who's had the same problem. And my Comcast neighbor just parks the truck on the street. He actually puts a little orange cone out, but I think that's more
Oh, yeah?
Xfinity than it is, anything else. But
Yeah.
and he comes home for lunch and does that, or but then he goes off and he doesn't put it in his yard, and life goes on by itself. But the horsey trailer, both of my girls ride, and they ride Hunter,
Yeah.
So I've spent billions of hours in horseland, and I love horseland, but the trailer is how much too big?
It's
Well,
probably,
what size is
probably
allowed
only a
trailer?
few feet too big.
Yeah, it's 32 foot by 8 foot wide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
So
it's
the
12
only
feet
issue,
too big.
12 feet too big.
yeah, the only issue I have with that is because I found in your clauses that I'm trying to use it as a travel trailer. I don't have horses. I don't do horses. It's set up on the inside. I have pictures as a camper, and all I use it for is camping. That's it.
It doesn't by code meet the definition. It's a prohibited vehicle. It's not a recreational vehicle by definition in the code.
It says in recreational vehicles, travel trailer, and if you go to the definitions on travel trailer, I'll find it here in a second.
It speaks to it being intended and manufactured for that purpose. This was not that. We've had many, many instances of converted school buses, converted palm tran buses that were converted into recreational, air quotes, recreational vehicles. They do not meet the village code for that definition. This is a trailer that's been converted, but that doesn't make it a recreational
Well, it wasn't
vehicle.
really converted because it has a weekender in it, so it's made for camping just with horses. However, I put my four-wheeler in it, so instead of horses, I use my four-wheeler.
Your what?
My four-wheeler.
Four-wheeler.
ATV.
Like, ooh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
That's like,
unfortunately,
spit that out
the
way
thing
too
is-
fast.
The thing is, it is a trailer, and it's too big.
Yeah, you got a toy hauler that's way too long.
Well,
basically.
it says it can be up to 40 feet and 8.5 feet wide.
That's a
But that's your
recreational
typical
vehicle, but that has
travel
to be,
trailer.
That's travel trailer, yes.
has to be licensed
This
as,
is not a
titled
typical
as a
travel
travel
trailer.
trailer. This is a
So how do I do
bumper
it?
pull.
Can I get it titled as a travel trailer?
No.
You can have fun trying to do that with the state of Florida, but I doubt that it will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of need
And
to
it would
find.
still be a horse trailer.
Yeah, you kind of need to find a friend in the.
It's actually a cattle trailer.
Yeah, well, actually, it's
Yeah.
it's not a traditional horse trailer. It's more of a stock trailer.
Yes, yep.
It would be a
Stock
better
trailer.
term. More used for hauling polo ponies rather than show jumpers because they just tie them to the, you got like, this guy's got a half a dozen ponies and he throws them in there and just ties the halters up to the
Yeah.
sides and they all just sort of
Because
stand
I
around.
got it instead of a toy hauler because the back's bigger, so I
Yeah.
can actually fit my, you know what I mean?
Hey, I've got a 68 Willys V6.
Oh, yeah.
I like your world, but I can't tear my stuff up anymore. I rebuilt it too nicely and too pretty to go blow it up again. All right, so what are your dates on here?
January 26th or February 8th or $25 day fine.
All right, so you're going to put on your calendar like January 24th to call them to tell them that it's out of your yard so they can come inspect it.
Okay.
It gives you an extra day or two for them to miss it so they can come back and get the right day, which will be the 26th of January. So you have till January 26th to figure out what to do with it. Okay. Yeah, it's just,
So it's not considered a travel trailer.
it's not considered a travel trailer. If you look at it, it's a horse trailer.
Okay.
Believe me. Yeah, my girls. I'm driving a pickup truck when I used to
Yeah.
drive a Camry because saddles and tack boxes and God, the rest of the paraphernalia that goes along with horses, you just don't believe. So, all right, 126,
So
28,
what do you
25.
need as far as proof, like if I were to get a travel trailer or something, because
Well, you almost
by
would wanna-
definition it's a travel trailer.
If you have a regular travel trailer, that's fine. But this is a
Horsey.
cattle trailer, whatever.
stock
It's-
trailer. Yeah, it's more of
Unless you completely reconfigure the whole thing, it's still going to be what it is, and it will be prohibited.
you got to get the DOT or the Florida DMV to change the designation of it. Good luck.
It's salvage title.
Yeah, it's how it's titled. So it's just not going to fit the travel
It's just gotta
trailer
say on the
slash
title,
RV.
It
camper or
looks
something.
like that. It's a trailer, and it's going to be prohibited.
So you're trying to change the nature of the beast, but the only people who can really change the nature of the beast is the DMV. They'd probably make you put walls on it and whatever, but yeah, it's probably not worth it.
Huh?
Talk to the man after the meeting. You can make homemade trailers. I mean, you can title your own trailer. So, what he's saying has some small level of potential, but I don't know how much the DOT, actually I keep saying DOT, the DMV will go along with that.
I'll probably just get rid of it.
Hey,
I don't know.
keep the toy though.
I'll get rid of that too.
All right. Well, if you
Thank
buy a
you.
Jeep, you won't have to worry about it. You don't need a trailer.
Next, we're going top of page 13, 22-0166, 590 North State Road 7, Dolphin Stations LLC.
Number 19. On a normal day, we're lucky to have a dozen people here, but because Ian killed the last meeting, y'all are getting messed up.
were you sworn, sir? Were you
Yes,
sworn
ma'am.
in at the beginning? What's your name?
My name is Brad Moore. I represent Dolphin Stations as a property manager.
What was your last name? Warren?
Moore, Moore.
Thank you, sir.
I wrote down Warren too.
Sorry, I didn't hear right,
See,
sorry.
it wasn't just you. Prop manager. Now, the guy in the blue shirt there, I don't think he's been sworn in with a hat. So.
So this is my affidavit. I came into the station. I don't think I spoke to you.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I came into the station and I left a copy of the notice of hearing.
Right.
Along with the notice of violation. Okay. However, it had already been to hearing. So this is supposed to be a fine assessment hearing. And I'm not thinking that you guys have this order.
No, ma'am.
So let's renotice it. Yep, let's pull it and we'll renotice you.
We're not going to hear this case tonight because this is supposed to be a fine case. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
Otherwise it's going to be a fine.
Gotcha.
So I totally missed that it had already been to hearing. That's why you were served a notice of
Violation
yeah,
hearing.
with the violation.
Okay.
So, because originally you were supposed to be in compliance on April 28th, that's how long it's been that I've been trying to get your mail. This evidently is not a good address for you guys. You need to change this address.
At the property appraiser's office or the tax collector's office?
Both, you can do both.
Yeah, well, tax collector's office is your notice though.
Or property appraiser.
Or the property
Either.
appraiser?
Have it,
Oh, okay.
and we'll have to renotice a hearing or something, but hopefully you're in compliance. Did you guys apply for AAR yet? Well, we're going to fill this case,
And-
I can have a conversation with you, and they can.
Yeah, they can move on to other things, because we have other people in
I'm assuming
like,
you're not going to object to us removing the case?
No.
oh, God, no. What? Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just going to put pulled.
Yeah, we'll pull 22-0166 is being pulled from the agenda.
Okay.
It'll be renoticed.
It'll be renoticed. Gives you a little more time to do things. Next.
Next, we're going to find mitigation hearings. The
Kind of figured that.
first one, 12921317 Isleworth Court, Rose, no scent.
Okay, this is the portion of our program where you get to go first because you've already been through a violation and a fine hearing.
Yes. Let her just get her couple
Hold
of
on
documents.
1 second. They're going to read the things into the record, then you get to talk.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. Easy question. How much is the fine?
The fine is $33,025.
33025.
Your name for the record, ma'am? Your name?
Woes. Last name, no sense.
Thank you.
Okay. So why should the fine be reduced?
Well, that was my fault. I didn't understand back then when I first came to the hearing. I started, doing the work I was supposed to do, and I did everything. But the survey, I had to do the new survey, and to do everything on it, I could. And the person who was with me, and I went to the office. They explained it, but still, I can get to it. But yeah, I finally done everything. But I didn't know I had to call the code enforcement the inspector to inspect, again.
So when was it all done?
What is it?
When was everything done?
That was still March.
Complied. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, and then I'll give you the compliance.
Oh, everything done,
Well, this is the fine. The fine started in 2018.
Everything done long time. It's just like, I didn't know how to call, but, I did the compliance, like.
October 24th it was complied.
Yes, October, yes.
Yeah, October 24th was the compliance date, but,
Yes.
it's like people could prove that they did it years before that, if they did it years before
Yeah,
that.
I had pictures. I had everything with me. I did everything. If I knew I did all this trouble, if I had to call, the inspector to inspect it, that would be good for me. But I didn't know. That was my fault.
Okay, so you can't prove to me, or can you prove when it was fixed?
I don't know. I didn't know why, everything on it. And I was the same because I was scared because I've never done that before, and somebody helped me. Just 1 second, please. I'm nervous. It's fine. That was still 2019. I did it, but that was a couple months, after a couple, like 2 months, after I get, the.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to say. If you can prove to me that it was done a couple of months after, you'll probably save yourself a couple of years worth of fines.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. I think that was 2000. That's the March 2019, 15 days of March 2019.
What do you have?
That's the previous order date. So
That's just the order date. I'm asking you for proof that whatever work was done without.
But I have the survey, everything, right? I could not, see the date, I had it done because this is March 29. I think that was March 29. I did it, 29, 2019. Because when I first, get it, I was afraid. I said, I don't want no trouble. And I have the survey. I got the new survey. But I wrote everything. I think it's on March 29. I wrote it on it.
So,
29.
did you apply for the
Doug,
permit?
Excuse me, she did not get the permit. She removed everything. There were pavers and canopies, and she removed all of it.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so she's saying she removed it all in March of 2019.
Okay, well, she called me, and when she called me, I went out and re-inspected, and she has been going back and forth with the office. She's been in contact with us, but she did remove everything.
Okay, well, that's what I'm trying to get to, but
Yeah.
she's very slow about it.
But when did she call you? This year, right?
Yes.
She called us this year, but she's telling me that.
No, that's fine. I just
No,
wanted
I'm
to
just
know.
saying.
Because,
She didn't know.
I just, find out about the file. That's why, I came, and do the right thing.
So let me ask the village, what is your response to this? Because if she's done a few months afterwards and she never called, but she can somewhat
I
prove
just
it.
didn't know.
Yeah,
If I knew, I would call.
We're just trying to see what the village
We're
thinks.
not objecting to reduction. We're going to leave this one to your discretion.
All right. How much can you pay to remove this fine? Because it's still going to be a few $100s, even if it's a few months, but it's not going to be $33,000. So how much can you pay to do this?
I have no idea. You can just tell me. I don't know.
$500? Well, that, because you were going to, it took a couple months, and it's $25 a day, really? So that would be a couple months worth of time. Would that be good?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
$500 within, by what date?
By February 14th.
500?
Yeah, by February 14th. If you do not pay by February 14th, it goes back to $33,000.
Okay.
So I sign these orders usually early next week.
Monday, probably, yeah.
So you can't do it before Monday, but after Monday and sometime before February, you want to make sure you come and you pay this.
Okay, thank you
Okay?
very much. I appreciate
All right, next.
If you could give us a moment, we need to figure out who is in the room.
Have a good day. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Which address are you, sir?
114 Kingsway, but he's not on the agenda. He's not.
He's not on the agenda. Are you with that gentleman? Are you with that gentleman back there?
No.
What page?
All the way back to page 2.
Oh, all the way back, yeah, the bottom. It's a fine assessment hearing.
Okay.
It's case 22-1285, 321 River Bluff Lane, Martha C. Espinoza and Jorge Henriquez.
What page are we on to? Oh, bottom one.
Bottom at the page.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, who's on this one?
I don't know.
Oh, that's next. It's next.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Stay
you're
there. You're
next.
good.
We're just trying to find a code officer for you.
Is this one Dina's?
River Bluff? Yes.
Can we borrow Dina?
Dina, can we borrow you? I think she has it up here. No? Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
His permit should be almost done, Linda.
We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Okay. Lazy post guy says delivered. They didn't write COVID on it. All right. And what is this for? What's going on with this one?
What's the permit, Dina?
I don't.
We just have a
we don't
permit.
write that on here
Your name,
anymore.
sir?
Jorge Enriquez.
Storm shutters.
Jorge,
Shutter,
spell your
special
last
manager.
name for us.
HENRIQUEZ.
It's on the agenda, special magistrate.
My wife is there too, Martha Espinoza.
Okay, there we go. I got it.
Those documents I handed you, sir, are the exhibits the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents that I handed you the paperwork?
I have everything.
Any objection
No, no.
to the documents? Okay.
All right, admitted without objection. We have an expired permit for storm shutters or something?
Storm
Yes,
shutters.
sir.
All right, were the storm shutters ever done?
Yeah, the thing is, I got a notification about the expiration of the permit, and I came and paid for cancellation of the permit because they were never installed. The company that was supposed to do that took my money and never installed the. I have the receipt here. I can provide it to you.
Can you check this? He's saying he canceled it. Can you verify that? You have the receipt?
Sure. Here's the notification.
Doug, you have a copy of the permit I printed today?
I have a copy of the AS400s.
Yeah.
Please, read them. I really haven't looked.
I see that he paid for the cancellation. Unfortunately, there's no notes for me to see if it was approved. Yeah.
Well, if he paid for it,
Um,
we're going to give him one.
it was paid for on, yes.
When?
August
All right, so we're. No, I believe you. He paid for it on August 5th. He canceled it. He's going away free. Order of no fine. Is that a good one? Well, we're just checking documentation just to make sure I can send you away.
There were notes and everything in there for that? No. Okay. No. Okay, because I was going to say, I just printed this today, and this doesn't show. Okay, well, that's good.
Order of no fine is granted. He paid for the cancellation.
Have a good day. Sorry. If if you ever get a notice from me, if you just call me, I can look stuff up for you and help you on the phone.
Oh, I called, I left a couple of messages, but
Was that today?
we all are busy, that's fine, not a problem.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just
Getting prepared today was a little hectic.
Yeah,
no
they're
problem.
doing two meetings because they canceled the Ian
I
last
thought it was a
month.
punishment because I missed the first time, I guess.
No, it's great because thank God you had, your copy of your receipt. They acknowledge everything and it's all good. It was just, it
all
could have
good.
been dealt with a little earlier and you wouldn't have had to stick around for 2.5 hours.
So good.
You're
Thank you
all
very
good.
much.
You're good.
You're going to
Thank
get an
you.
order in the mail that says you're fine. Or it says no fine, you're fine.
No, order assessing no fine.
All right. The magistrate is going to take a 2-minute break here. I've been waiting for hours. So good. Now, next time I go to Cluison, I'll go, we just did 95 cases in Royal Palm. They're going to be like, that's our year.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a year and a half.
Sorry.
And they also canceled for Ian.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice. It was that night.
Well, it wasn't that close. Please. Those are country
Well,
guys.
with-
They're strong.
Can you imagine the
I could have
testimony?
done it.
Yeah.
We ready?
Ready. Go.
All right, hold on. We're back on the agenda. Status / fine assessment hearing case 22-0628. 1222 Stardust Way, Fausto J. Figueroa.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Previous order granting continuing and setting status/fine assessment hearing. Say that five times fast.
She's doing well.
Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay, so he's still parking on the grass?
Yes.
Well, there. How much of a fine is he getting?
This has been out of compliance for 96 days at $25 a day, so $2,400 and continuing.
Granted, $2,400 plus continuing.
You can't no longer see the 14.2 miscellaneous items, so that's going to be continued to comply.
All right, miscellaneous 14.2. So it's for finding a fact there.
Yeah, the order will say continue to comply. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
The next fine assessment hearings, case 22-0646-11949 Park Central, Anthony G. and Erica Michelle Swan.
How do we have service?
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, permit information.
Affidavit of service is service. What would you like?
This has been out of compliance for 76 days at $25 a day, a fine of $1,900 and continuing.
$1,900 plus continuing is granted.
22-1062882 Hibiscus Drive, Nickinson, Cassis, and Jean Nordelis.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, permit information.
How do we have service here? I have a copy of the official use green card, but someone tell me something.
He wants to know how you have service.
Oh, sorry. Let me see. Oh, I posted the order finding by, wait a minute. Order finding violation. 882.
We hit a roadblock.
Just give me a minute. Oh my gosh. Already posted.
It's a long, long day.
You have no idea. I don't have service. I don't know
882
why
Hibiscus.
Let me have this.
Sorry.
Can we go to the next one?
Yeah.
And I'll just go through it.
Yep, she'll go through it and see if we can recall it, but right now we're passing.
Yep, we'll move to 22-1064 908 Camellia Drive, Jennifer and Matthew Sparing.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, fine assessment notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Affidavit of service is service. What would you like?
This one has been out of compliance for 48 days at $25 a day, so $1,200 and continuing.
$1,200 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-1102 is being pulled. 22-1197 is being pulled. 22-1441 107 Princess Court, Ann L. Lebowski.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation and permitting village abatement. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, public works order.
$286 is granted.
Thank you, sir. 22-0793 266 Las Palmas Street, Tracy C. Schmidt.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, and affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, order finding violation. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Affidavit of service equals service, so you can proceed.
Code section 9-1, which is defense without a permit, has complied, so your order will say that that section will continue to comply, but the remaining section is still out of compliance. It's been out for 48 days, so a fine of
Wait. Which one are you on? I'm sorry.
Tracy Schmidt.
Oh, no. I'm on.
Oops.
I just read into, oh, I'm on my repeat. You have to scratch that last one.
Which one am I scratching?
The one I just read.
She's going to reread into the
Yes.
record. She got to get, I think,
It's
the
not-
right.
I'm confused now.
She read a different case in the record, so she's going to reread.
Yeah, I'm Las Palmas.
Oh, we're now at Las Palmas. Okay.
Hold on one second. Let's jump back to that case that's on page 2, 22-1062. We're pulling that.
Which one?
22, second one down on page 2.
Second
20
one down on page, oh, second one from the top.
The one
Yes,
had no
the one we had
service.
no service. Now we have no service, so we're pulling that. 22-1062.
All right, well, we already pulled it, sort of. Now we pulled
Now
it
we're
fully.
officially pulling it. Yes, sir. So now we're going back to
Page 3.
22-0793, 266 Las Palmas Street, Tracy C. Schmidt.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, notice of fine assessment hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 5, pictures.
All right, so canopy and fence without a permit.
So the fence without a permit, 9-1, has complied. So that's your order
So-
will
Not
say.
your opposite. The canopy has complied.
Oh,
That's
well,
Linda's-
now you're really
Linda's
confusing
notes.
me. All right, so
The
the
canopy
canopy is the finding of fact.
continue to comply.
Yeah, we'll continue to find. Fence without a permit is
Remains
1200.
in violation. 1200. It's been out for 48 days, so 1200 and continuing.
That's way weird, but okay, granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. 22-0811, 129 Bilbao Street, Claudette and Osmond W. Williams Estate.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Previous order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
Hard to paint when you're dead.
Pardon?
She got it.
I didn't hear you.
I said it's hard to paint when you're dead.
This one's been out of compliance for 13 days, so fine of $325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted. Ah, a normal one. It was actually
Thank you.
scheduled for this.
22-1216, 109 Barcelona Drive, Sean Seegers and Latanya A. Steeble.
I'd like to
Seegers.
enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Is it a finding of fact or is it a
No, it's
fine?
been out for 4 days, so $100 not continuing.
Oh, $100. You couldn't let him off, huh? All right, granted.
Thank you.
22-1361, 110 Park Road North, Jessica N. and John M. Davis.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Well, they need to cut the tops of those fence posts off. Other than that, it's pretty good. What would you like? You have
one's-
service via posting.
Thank you. It's been out of compliance for 13 days, $325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-1166, 1201 North State Road 7, Cube Smart LP PTA CS 720.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, permit information.
You know, the building department could probably take you all to lunch at Ocean's One and it'd be cheap because they owe you big. All right, signed green card equals service. What would you like?
This one again, 13 days, so $325 and continuing.
Granted.
Repeat violation hearings, 22-1533, 133 Ponce de Leon Street, Tricia and Vincent Tinarella Jr.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. This one?
No, that one. What's on second? I don't know who's on third, but
This is the one I read.
affidavit of service.
I just kept
You
going.
have service.
Okay, we would like to enter the following into evidence. Does he- okay. Exhibit 1.
You were a
notice
lot
of
more
vi-
coherent in Winn-Dixie the other
good
night.
Or- Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
You've called Exhibit 2 twice, by the way. Go ahead. What would you like?
This one's been out of compliance for 86 days at $75 a day, so $6,450 and continuing.
$64.50 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now business tax receipt hearings, case 22-0326, 1100 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, 7-Eleven Inc., 7-Eleven.
Still the 7-Elevens of the world can't get their business tax together.
Sorry. I'm just trying to get all my stuff so that you can just have it all.
She's trying to serialize this.
Yes, I'm going to streamline it right here. Okay.
It's like a hand of rummy. I'm getting a whole
Code
bunch of
section
cards.
16-1A and 16-9, Village of Royal Palm Beach business tax receipt is expired. This violation was mailed certified mail on 8/4/22 and signed for on 8/16/22. Notice of hearing was mailed on 10/20/22, and I got the green card back unsigned. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, business tax receipt information.
Okay. You have a return green card, so I guess you have service. What would you like?
So these are the BTRs that were due. They're more than 150 days delinquent, so we're asking for, in this case, we don't know the license fee, so the BTR license fee plus 25%, plus the $250 administrative fee, plus the $250 penalty payable by January 16th, 2023.
Granted. So I'm not repeating all that.
22-0875, 9250 Belvedere Road, number 113, National Energy and Light LLC, Connect Auto Inc.
Code section 16-1A and 16-9, Village of Royal Palm Beach business tax receipt is expired. This violation was written on 5/19/22, sent certified mail on 5/23/22, or signed for on 5/23/22. Notice of hearing was mailed 10/20/22 and signed for on 10/25/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, business tax receipt information.
I think Claire signed it. Someone actually had a signature. It was very nice. What would you
You'll
like?
see on some of these, like I mailed out the notice of hearing and nothing ever happened. It never existed, so it got remailed again.
Yep. So what would you like here?
This one, the business tax license is $300, so it'd be $375 for the license plus 25%, plus $250 admin, plus $250 penalty. That's a total of $875, payable by January 16th, 2023.
Granted.
22-0885, 10274 Okeechobee Boulevard, Boulder Venture Employees, 7-Eleven, Merchant Retail.
Code section 16-1A and 16-9, Royal Palm Beach business tax receipt is expired. This violation was sent certified mail on 8/4/2022. Notice of hearing was mailed out on 10/20/2022 and signed for on 10/24/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, business tax receipt information.
So the second 7-Eleven, this one's on Okeechobee, the other one's on Royal Palm Beach. They both get mailed to Texas, but one goes to a P.O. box and the other one goes to a street address, just so we know I'm paying attention. What would you like?
This one, again, will reflect the license amount plus 25%, plus a $250 administrative fee, plus $250 penalty payable by 1/16/23.
Granted.
22-0886, 10274 Okeechobee Boulevard, Boulder Venture Employees, 7-Eleven propane sales.
Code section 16-1A and 16-9, Village of Royal Palm Beach business tax receipt is expired. The violation was mailed certified mail on 8/4/2022, and notice of hearing was mailed 10/20/22 and returned on 10/24/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 3, business tax receipt information.
All right, so this case, along with the previous case, because it didn't state it, I'll have USPS tracking confirms to confirm service, so you have service and can proceed.
This one, the license amount is $100, so it'll be $125. That's 100 plus 25%, plus the $250 admin, plus $250 penalty. That's a total of $625, payable by January 16th, 2023.
And this is why I run down to Hunter when I get these postcards and pay this stuff. Granted.
Thank you. 22-1123 is being pulled. 22-1256 is being pulled. 22-1269, 2405 Westmont Drive, Robert and Janelle Fertiel, Self-Care Living Services, LLC.
Code section 16-1A and 16-9, Royal Palm Beach business tax receipt is expired. This violation was mailed out on 7/22/2022, and it was signed for on 7/28/22. Notice of hearing was mailed out on 10/20/22, and it was returned not signed, not dated. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, business tax receipt information.
COVID sign, green
I'm
card
a-
equals service.
I also put in division of corporation papers. She did close her corporation, but, oh, she did? When did she? Because I checked it today and I didn't see.
Pulled?
Yeah, we're going to pull this.
Pulled.
All right, 22-1269 is being pulled. Violation hearings, 22-0714, 2511 Glendale Drive, Miguel Bonanno.
These are all mine.
You're welcome.
These are all of them, and he just starts from the top.
I like this. Makes it so much easier and so much better on Hunter's knees.
I know.
All right, so here we go.
He wanted, had emailed, he wanted Doug to see it, so I gave Doug a copy.
Okay.
It's just that he's asking for more time. Okay, code section 622-105.5, permit 192573 is expired. I observed, this was written on 4/21/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 4/22/22 and was posted. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 10/19/22 and was signed for on 10/27/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
All right, so you have service.
And I also gave you a copy of an email.
Yeah, he wants time.
Yes, he just needs more time.
So you want to give him March. That way he can either do it or he can hang himself by himself.
Okay,
That way we can't say we didn't honor his request to give him additional time. It's only this one.
So
3138
25.
25.
22-1215, 778 Orchid Drive, Kimberly A. Pertel.
Code section 9(8) and 12(4)C, hedges are over 4 feet, garbage can in public view. I observed this on 7/13/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 7/13/22 and was posted. The notice of hearing was mailed out 11/5/22, and I have actual service. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Like I spent all this time looking at these hedges, wondering where the trash can is, and you're done. Finding fact is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
22-1283, 908 Camellia Drive, Jennifer and Matthew Sparing.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 200761 is expired. This was written on 7/21/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 7/23/22, and I had actual service. The notice of hearing was mailed out 11/8/22 and was signed for on 11/10/22. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Signed green card's good. You have, what do you want?
Compliance by January 26th or the February 8th fine assessment hearing, or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1289, 2240 Ridgewood Circle, Roger and Tricia N. Jackson.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 213174 is expired. This was written on 7/21/22. The notice violation was sent out certified mail on 7/23/22 and was posted. The notice of hearing was mailed out certified mail 11/2/22 and was signed for on 11/28/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Okay, so they're trying to close the permit, I take it? Because
This
that's what
one's
it
actually
says.
a finding of fact.
Yeah, well, that's why I looked at the AS400. See? Okay. So, yeah, they said it's set to be administratively closed on 12/5. Pays attention. Next.
22-1367, 720 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, Christopher DeLeon.
Code section 124C, 144A, 06190A1 and 3, garbage can in public view, disabled vehicles. Vehicle does not move every 30 days. Grass and weeds grass and weeds in the driveway. I observed this 8/3/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 8/4/22 and was posted. The notice of hearing was mailed out 11/2/22. And oh, I just got the green card back today. It's on my desk.
I will accept your testimony. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. We would like
But
to.
you had service via posting anyway.
Thank you.
Late 80s Chevrolet.
We would like
Douglas
to
or Monte Carlo.
enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay, tell me where the garbage can is because I can see the car.
There's 2 cars in the driveway, and
Oh, the Eclipse
the
isn't
white
working
one,
either?
or neither one of them move, and the tag on the red car is expired.
You could get classic car insurance for like $100. You know? But no.
This one, the 12-4C, the garbage can is a finding of fact.
Okay, because I was looking for the garbage can picture, so I couldn't find that. All right,
Well, there
garbage
needs to be
can
is
is
there a photo
finding
of
of
the garbage can?
fact. And the rest of them are 126? What would you like?
Yeah, 126 or 28 or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you. 22-1378 is being pulled. 22-1401, 250 Ponce de Leon Street, William Crespo and Diana Mandes.
Code Section 2318B2D 06190A13, restricted trailer in public view. The apron part of the driveway is stained. I observed this on 8/15/22. The notice of violation was mailed out on 8/24/22 and was signed for on 8/26/22. The notice of hearing was mailed out 11/7/22 and posted, and I have actual service. Exhibit
I need
1.
an actual file.
Notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Finally found it. It was in the wrong spot. All right. Signed green card for service. And restricted trailer in public view. Where's the pictures? Because I don't have any pictures.
Up on the screen.
There we go. All right. So it's the silver and dark one. Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's section 2318B2, that restricted trailer is a finding of fact.
Okay.
The remaining code sections comply by 126 or 28 or $25 a day fine.
All right. It's finding a fact on the hard thing, and they just have a driveway that needs to be cleaned. 126-2825 and finding a fact on the other.
Thank you. 22-1498, 10115, Yeoman Lane, Juan E. Figueredo, Maria E. Hernandez, Rolfredo A. Armesto, Maria Figueredo Hernandez, and Graciela Gomez.
Code Section 06190A15. Stucco is not painted. Sidewalk is stained. I observed this on 9/6/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 9/8/22 and was signed for on 9/14/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 11/8/22 and was posted. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right. Someone's got a signed green card here. Where's the stucco? Because I can see the sidewalk.
It's on the side of the house where the tree or the bush is. It's
Okay.
hard to see, but
It's
Right.
complied, right?
it's complied.
So it's finding of fact.
Okay. The stucco is a finding of fact.
Yeah, everything.
All of it's a finding
All
of
of
fact.
it. That's even better. Finding of fact is granted.
Thank you.
22-1507 is being pulled. 22-1532, 10130, Mikado Lane, Yamilka M. Fonseca and Roberto V. Quevedo, sorry.
Code Section 91, fence installed without a permit. I observed this on 9/19/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 9/23/22 and was signed for on 9/28/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 10/25/22 and signed for on 10/27/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permanent information.
I didn't have an exhibit 4, I don't believe. So just tell me it's not in the permit file, queue, whatever. Is there no permit?
You can testify that there's no permit.
Oh, there's no permit.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Granted.
I thought
What would you
I
like?
thought you were waiting for Hunter to look it up.
No. I'm just
This one, we're asking for compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
granted.
Thank you.
22-1590 is being pulled. 22-1600, 865 Hibiscus Drive, TAH 2018, 1 Borrower LLC.
Code Section 622-105.5, permit 220257 is expired. This was written on 9/27/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 9/28/22 and was signed for on 10/3/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 11/8/22 and was posted. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, permit information.
All right. Signed green card equals service. There is no permit information on the permit information page because I don't have a permit information page.
This one's also a finding of fact.
Oh, that makes it easier, but
Oh,
okay.
that's
Finding of
why,
fact.
yeah.
Granted.
Thank you. 22-1638, 1290 Chorus Way, Pearl S. Voodoo.
Okay, code section 144A, 06190D, and 15132, disabled vehicle. Vehicle does not move every 30 days. Planting areas are overgrown. I observed this on 10/4/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 10/7/22 and was signed for on 10/13/22. The notice of hearing was mailed out November 8/22, and I have actual service. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right. I've got picture number 1. Let me see picture cars.
Sorry.
Okay. There we have Priuses. Yeah.
That one.
There. See?
But it's gone now. So.
Yeah, 14-4A, the disabled vehicle doesn't move as a finding of fact.
Okay.
The other sections, we're asking for compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you. 22-1674 is being pulled. 22-1733, 10215 Pinafore Lane, Kimberly A. Keeley.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 220467 is expired. This was written on 10/24/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 10/25/22 and was signed for on 10/27/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail 11/8/22 and was signed for on 11/17/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, permit information. Exhibit
Finding
5,
of fact is granted.
affidavit of compliance. Thank you.
22-1734 is being pulled. 22-1740, 610 Peppergrass Run, Brian J. and James A. Joros.
Code section 9-1, fence installed without a permit. I observed this on 10/24/22. The notice of violation was mailed out certified mail on 10/25/22 and was signed for on 10/28/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 11/8/22 and was signed for on 11/10/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
All right. So you got service. I really don't have the permit information.
This one's a finding of fact again.
And I don't care. Finding of fact is granted.
Thank you. 22-1742, 1013 Grandview Circle, Brenda A. Swope. Oh, no, Brenda Swope, sorry. Page 8, second one from the bottom.
Green card was mailed, came back on 10/2. Another one was mailed, came back on 11/10.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 220641 is expired. This was written on 10/24/22. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 10/25/22 and was signed for on 10/27/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail on 11/8/22 and signed for on 11/10/22. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
So finding of fact because the permit's been expended.
Yes, finding of fact.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1745, 102 Princess Court, IH5 Property, Florida, LP.
Code section 2318B2D, restricted trailer parked in the driveway. I observed this on 10/26/22. The notice of violation and notice of hearing were mailed together on 10/27/22 and was signed for on 11/15/22. I'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership, and Exhibit 3, pictures.
Okay, that's a big old white trailer, too long?
Yes.
Okay, you have service via signed green card. What would you like?
Compliance by January 26th or the 2/8 fine assessment hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
8/15.
22-134353 Sparrow Drive, Leah D. and Trevor G. Johnston.
Dina, I have 2 leftovers from your stack. I don't know if they're coming to me or coming away from me or what. I got a couple extras. Those we all did. Okay, so we're up to 22-1343.
Yes.
Code sections 9-1, replaced or installed a fence without a permit. These are the next bunch. I observed this violation on 7/29/22, sent out notice of violation on 8/2/22. They received that on 8/9/22, sent out notice of hearing on 10/25/22. That was received on 11/1/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS4 under permit information.
All right. Return green card equals service. What would you like? 12628?
Yeah, 12628 or $25 day fine.
Granted.
22-1354 166 Sparrow Drive 1A Althea Drummond.
Code sections 15-132 and 14-2, planning areas are not maintained, miscellaneous items. I observed this violation on 8/2/22, sent out notice of violation on 8/4/22, posted to the property, sent out notice of hearing on 10/13/22, it was delivered on 10/19/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
I'm very amused. It's like green puked all over the parking lot.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. She loves plants too much. What would
This
you
one,
like?
we're asking for compliance by December 29th or the January 11th fine assessment hearing or $25 day fine.
Well, at least that breaks up the monotony. Granted. 12/29/111.
22-1375 104 Mimosa Street, Sway 2014 1 Borrower LLC.
Code section is 12-4C, garbage can in public view. Observe this violation on 8/4/22, sent out notice of violation on 8/8/22, posted it to the property on 8/27/22, sent out notice of hearing on 9/23 and 11/8/22, posted out to the property as well. I got confirmation of the second second notice of hearing via email. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Finding of fact is granted.
Thank you.
22-1382 127 Dove Circle, SWH 2017 1 Borrower LP.
Code sections 1571, remove vegetation without a vegetation removal permit. I observed this violation on 8/5/22, sent out a notice of hearing on 8/8/22, posted that to the property, sent out a notice of hearing on 9/23 and again on 11/8/22. One was posted to the property, the second one was email confirmation. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service and email confirmation. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 400 permit information.
Okay. We don't have any pictures or anything because they're removed.
Pardon me?
So there are no pictures on this one?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I was getting there. Sorry.
All right.
He only has copies. So it's that big, it was a big palm tree plant, now it's a stump.
It's a stump.
Yep.
Okay. What would you like?
This one we're asking for compliance by January 26th or the 2/8 fine assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1400, 192 Bob White Road, IH6 property, Florida LP.
Code sections 1541, 1571. Tree stump needs to be removed. I observed this violation on 8/13/22. Sent out notice of violation on 8/17/22. It was returned on 8/22/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 11/8/22. That was returned on 11/14/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Okay, so you have service via green card and, you know, you got the chainsaw out. Why don't you cut down a little bit more?
Yep, just a little bit.
This one we're asking for compliance by 126 or 2/8 or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1408, 148 La Mancha Avenue, Monica D. and Walter G. Palacios.
Code
This just
section
goes on forever.
06190, 3 and 5, 124C.
Goes on forever.
Sidewalk and driveway are staying, garbage can in public view. I observed this violation on 8/16/22. Sent out notice of violation on 8/24/22. That was returned on 9/6/22 or delivered. Sent out notice of hearing on 11/8/22, and that was delivered on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of
Finding of
compliance.
fact is granted. Wait
Is the
until
whole
you get
thing
that
a finding
last
of
thing out.
Yes.
Okay, that's different than my agenda.
Page 10 of 15.
All right, 22-1452, 12 Las Palmas Street, Joanna Gonzalez and Samuel Romero.
Code sections 15132, 2657, ruts in the swale and shed without a permit. I observed this violation on 8/25/22. Sent a notice of violation, certified mail on 9/1/22. It was delivered on 9/3/22. Sent out a notice of hearing on 11/8/22. It was returned on or delivered on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
All right, sign green cards. At least they signed the green cards.
This one, code sections 15-132, which is the ruts in the swale, is a finding of fact. The other section, 2657, we're asking for compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
126, 28, 25 for 2657, 15-132 is a finding of fact.
Yes, sir. 22-1455, 276 Las Palmas Street, Leda A. and Orlando Perez Jr.
Code section is 622-108.4, slab without a permit. Since then, they've also put in a driveway without a permit. I observed this violation on 8/26/22. Sent a notice of violation, certified mail on 9/1/22. It was delivered on 9/12/22. Sent out a notice of hearing on 10/25/22. That was signed for on 10/28/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Last permit, 2011. So
This one, again, we're asking for compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
granted.
Thank
And
you.
signed green cards too, so.
Thank you. 22-1462 is being pulled. 22-1471, 160 Dove Circle, Michael R. and Nina M. Martin. Yeah.
Code section 06198, 3 and 5. Sidewalk and driveway are stained. I observed this violation on 8/31/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 9/2/22. I was signed for on 9/7/22. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 11/8/22, and it was delivered on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, signed green card equals service. What would you like?
This one, code section 06190A3, which is the driveway, is a finding of fact. For subpart 5, we're asking for compliance by 126 of the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
So the sidewalk wasn't done, but the driveway was.
The driveway was good, correct. The sidewalk was not.
Okay, I don't even know. Granted.
22-1474, 1068 Concert Way, Lewis Robinson.
Code section 0190A35 and D 1540, 15132. Planted areas are not maintained. High grass and weeds along fence. Grass and weeds are growing into the pavers. Vertical clearance not met by the palm tree. Sidewalk and driveway are stained, and grass and weeds are growing onto the sidewalk. Observe this violation on 8/31/22. Send out notice of violation, certified mail on 9/2/22. It was delivered on 9/6/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 9/28, as well as 11/8/22. Both were delivered, one on 9/30, one on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, USPS tracking. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
You didn't get him for the trash can.
I got lucky.
All right, 126.
This one, code section 15-40, which is the palm tree not meeting the vertical clearance, is a finding of fact. The remaining sections compliance by 126 or 2/8 or $25 a day fine.
All right, what section was that?
15-40.
1540. Because it's impossible to draw a Venn diagram with that. All right, 126, 28, 25 for the rest?
Yes, sir.
Granted.
Thank you. 22-1475, 10553, Bobby Lane, Carmen V. Parisi.
Code sections 2316, 06, 190A1, 1557. Parking in the swell for more than 24 hours and against the flow of traffic. Structure is stained, high grass and weeds. Observe this violation on 8/31/22. Send out notice of violation, certified mail on 9/2/22. That was delivered on 9/6/22. Send out notice of hearing on 9/28/22. And it was signed for on 9/30/22, as well as sent it on 11/8/22 due to the hurricane, and that was delivered on 11/10/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Looks like a Pontiac Trans Am. You have signed green card, so you have service.
This one, section 15-57, which is the high grass and weeds, is a finding of fact. The remaining code sections compliance by 126 or 2/8 or $25 a day fine.
All right, so 1557, finding of fact, 126, 28, 25 on everything else.
Yes, thank you. 22-1486, 264 Mancha Avenue, IH4 property, Florida, LP.
Code section 1540, palm branches and fronds are hanging over the sidewalk. Vertical clearance is not met. Observe this violation on 9/2/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 9/8/22. It was delivered on 9/12/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 11/8/22. And I believe, I do have a green card on that. I don't have it written down one. I got it back. And I got a green card on that.
You got an affidavit of compliance, too.
Yeah. So I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Finding of fact is granted. I guess they just chopped off that one branch.
Thank you.
Trunk, whatever.
22-1509, 212 Salcedo Street, Jake Foster.
Code section 2317, 2318B1A, 124C, 142, 15132. Parking over the sidewalk, prohibited trailer, garbage cans and miscellaneous items in public view, and hoop is left curbside. Observe this violation on 9/8/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 9/14/22. Sent, and it was delivered on 9/21/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 11/8/22. That was delivered on 11/12/22. Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
You have a COVID signed green card. This looks like a law school exam. Here's a picture. How many violations can you find?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Granted.
This one we're asking for 126 or 28 or 25.
Granted.
22-1559, 326 Sandpiper Avenue, HPA Bar, 2016 ML LLC.
Code section 06190A1, 3, A1 and 3, sorry. Driveway paint, garage door paint is faded. Observe the violation on 9/26/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 9/28/22. It was delivered on 10/6/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 11/2/22. It was delivered on 11/9/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right. Track and confirm gives you service. What would you like?
This one 06190A3 which is the driveway paint, is a finding of fact. The other section, compliance by 126 or 28 or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1567 10638 Misty Lane, Eric Robinson.
Code section 91, permit 191348 has expired. Observe this violation on 9/26/22. Sent out a notice of, or this was brought to my attention on 9/26/22, and I sent out a notice of violation certified mail on 9/27/22. I sent out a notice of hearing on 10/13/22, and it was delivered on 10/15/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
COVID-19 green card equals service. What would you like?
Compliance by 126 or the 28 fine hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1568 2353 Bella Rosa Circle, Faye R. Johnson.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 213055 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 9/26/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 9/27/22. It was delivered on 10/17/22. Sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 10/26/22. And that was delivered on 10/28/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, USPS tracking. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
So you have a signed green card. I'm thinking the building department needs to up their lunch game. This is way too much work.
Again, we're asking for compliance by 126 or 28 fine hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
22-1575 210 Sparrow Drive, number 3, Favon LLC.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 192106 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 9/26/22. Sent out notice of hearing, a notice of violation certified mail on 9/27/22. That was delivered on 10/4/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 10/13/22, and I posted that onto the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
All right, you have a signed green card.
Again, compliance by 126 or the 28 fine hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1578 154 Waybridge Circle A, Thomas Kevin Faulkner and Michelle M. Penayert.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 212529 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 9/26/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 9/27/22. It was delivered on 10/4/22. Sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 10/13/22. That was posted onto the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into that evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Service via posting is good. What would you like?
Again, compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-1579, 104 Granada Street, Borlos Devoted Care LLC.
Code Section 622, 105.5, permit 213147 has expired. This was brought to my attention on 9/26/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 9/27/22. Posted out to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 10/26/22. Posted out to the property as well. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Okay. You have affidavit of service a couple times. What would you like?
Again, compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
22-1586, 135 Canterbury Place, Uma Thirumavalavan.
Code
Ooh,
Section
good hard
12-4C, garbage can in public view. Observed this violation on 9/26/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 9/28/22. It was delivered on 10/11/22. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 10/28/22. That was delivered on 10/31/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. And Exhibit 5, affidavit compliance.
Finding of fact is granted.
Yeah, finding a fact, thank you.
I think so.
22-1666, 116 La Mancha Avenue, IH5 property, Florida, LP.
Code Section 14-4, disabled vehicle. I observed this violation on 10/11/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 10/13/22. And the notice of hearing on 10/13/22. It was delivered on 10/7/22. I had to renotice for the notice of hearing on 11/8/22. And that was delivered on 11/14/22. I'd like to enter the following documents. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit compliance.
Oh, they got rid of the white thing?
They fixed the tire on it.
Thank goodness.
Finding a fact.
I like the Jeep family there. All right, so you have finding of fact granted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
22-1676, 156 Cordoba Circle, Progress Residential Borrower 1 LLC.
Code Sections 2318B, prohibited vehicle. I observed this violation on 10/13/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 10/19/22. It was signed for on 10/25/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 11/8/22. That was delivered on 11/15/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Finding of fact is granted. That trailer could haul away a small house.
Thank you. 22-1715 is being pulled. 22-0036, 117 South State Road 7, M&L Realty Holdings LLC.
Somebody new. You need a new one. Time for the Linda Show. With the drive-by here.
Save 400.
All right, M&L Realty Holdings.
Okay, code section 622-105.5, permit number 182660 is expired. This violation was written on 1/13/22. It was sent certified mail on 1/14/22 and signed for on 1/18/22. Notice of hearing was sent certified mail 10/20/22 and it was signed for on 10/27/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
USPS Trucking confirms says you have service. What would you like?
Compliance by 126 or the 2/8 fine assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you. 22-0037 is being pulled. 22-0038, 117 South State Road 7, M&L Realty Holdings LLC.
Code section is 622-105.5. Permit number 182662 is expired. This violation was written on 1/13/22. It was sent certified mail 1/14/22 and signed for on 1/18/22. Notice of hearing was mailed on 10/20/22 and signed for on 10/27/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Track and confirm. 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Again, we're asking for compliance by 126 or the 2-8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted. Had to figure out why there were 3 separate cases until I figured there were 3 separate permits.
Yes.
22-095510131 Southern Boulevard, JBL Village Shops LLC, JBL Village Shops 2 LLC, and JBL Village Shops 3 LLC.
Code section is 622-105.5. Permit number 2472 is expired. This violation was written on 5/23/22 and sent certified mail on 5/23/22 and signed for on 5/25/22. Notice of hearing was mailed on 5/20/22 and signed for on 10/22/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
All right. Track and confirm says you have service. What would you like?
Again, compliance by 126 or the 2-8 fine hearing or $50 a day fine.
126-2850.
Yes,
Just
sir.
to break it up. Granted.
Thank you. 22-0969 is being pulled. 21-0963 980 Crestwood Boulevard, Lennar Homes LLC.
Code section 622-105.5, permit number 183255 is expired. This violation was sent certified mail on 10/28/22 and it was signed on 11. Notice of hearing was sent 11/15/2022 and it was signed for on 11/17/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
All right. Track and confirm says you can go ahead.
Again, we're asking for compliance by 126 or 2-8 or $50 a day fine.
Granted. 50 is the new 25.
Yes. 22-1167 10045 Belvedere Road, Four Sons Plaza LLC.
Code section 622-105.5, permit number 2014-59 is expired. This violation was written on 6/28/22. It was signed, or it was sent certified mail 6/29/22, and it was signed for but not dated. Notice of hearing was mailed out 10/20/22, and it was signed for on 10/27/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
He's got an identical scrawl on both of these, like a month apart. It's just amazing. Signed green cards equal service. What would you like?
Again, compliance by 126 or 2-8 or a $50 a day fine.
50 is the new 25. Granted.
Thank you. 21-1329 is being pulled. 22-1614 is being pulled. 22-1616 11551 Southern Boulevard, RPVPC LLC.
Code section 622-105.5, permit number 22420 is expired. This violation was written on 9/27/22. It was sent certified mail 9/28/22, and it was signed for and not dated. Notice of hearing was sent certified mail 10/20/22, and it was signed for and not dated. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
Electric service to x-ray machine. Seriously, that's what's on the thing. What would you like on this one? You have service.
Compliance by 126 or 2-8 or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
22-1743 10719 Southern Boulevard, SST2 10719 Southern Boulevard LLC, PTA EX number 8665.
Case code sections 2349, potholes in the private road on 103rd Avenue. This violation was sent certified mail on 9/8/22, and it was signed for on 9/19/22. Notice of hearing was originally mailed out on 10/27, and then it was remailed out again on 11/21/22, and I have service as of 12/5/22. We'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
So it's the private road next to Southern?
Yes.
Access roadish kind of thing?
No, it's actually, it's a named road, but it's a private road between the storage center and 7-Eleven.
Gotcha. Okay. What would you like?
Compliance by 126 or 28, fine assessment hearing, or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
And then a little bit of cleanup on the fine mitigations. Cases 18-1680, 19-0597, 21-0607. Those are being pulled. Those were originally set for November. The village has requested new documentation for new hearings. Since that hearing was canceled, we haven't received it, so they'll be on the next agenda or whenever they submit their paperwork.
All right,
And then
so
21-1068 just didn't appear, so that's just not heard.
yeah, just not heard or no shows.
Yeah,
right,
but
so 21-60607 is also being pulled?
yes, sir.
Good, okay,
The
just
three
trying
of them.
to keep it clear.
Yep.
All right, order finding violation revision hearing.
Yes, this one's 22-0799, 102 Moorgate Circle, Raymond J. Wordsman. This one, your previous order had a scrivener's error in the January date. On the record, I said January 9th, and your order reflected January 9th. The January hearing is actually January 11th. So we
Okay.
just asked for an amended order to correct that date.
Granted.
Thank you.
Health, safety, welfare violation hearings, 22-1837 is being pulled. 22-1560 is being pulled. 22-1667, 76 Sparrow Terrace, Dana S. Davies.
Code sections 1557 and 1540, grass and weeds exceed heights allowed, vertical clearance is not met. Observe this violation on 10/11/22. So now a notice of violation and notice of hearing on 10/13/22. Posted that to the property. Reset the notice of hearing on 11/8/22, and I posted that to the property as well. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, re-notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
The grass looks cutter.
Pardon?
Does the grass look shorter?
In certain spots. It's
Oh.
very splotchy.
Gotcha.
The backyard is high. On the side there, it's very high. In the
Okay.
swell, it's very high.
So we're asking, you have an order in front of you that's asking for a one-time abatement, which would allow the village to come back and get $80 in abatement costs and $206 in administrative costs for a total of $286.
I thought I had one abatement order. I got two.
You should have 3.
Oh, well, I signed that one. Okay.
All right, next one is on the addendum, 22-1860, 191 Gulfstream Circle, Robert E. Lazaru. And for the record, I think that previous order had a fine assessment hearing date of 1/11.
Okay.
Sorry, Dina.
That's okay. This is the first one. That's the second. Okay. Code section 1557, grass and weeds exceeds height allowed. I observed this on 12/13/22. These were not mailed. They're going to be mailed out tomorrow. They were both, the notice of violation, notice of hearing were posted on the property. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, and affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership, and Exhibit 3, pictures.
People need to buy an edger. You have service via posting. What would you like? Oh, would you like me to sign this order?
I'd like you to sign the order. That's a one-time abatement. Again, allows for the village to come back and get $286,
Granted
$80
and
in
signed.
abatement.
We're
Thank you.
down to Ann Lebowski again.
Yep, 22-1861, 107 Princess Court, and L. Lebowski.
Code section 1557, grass and weeds exceeds height allowed. I observed this on 12/13/22. The notice of violation, notice of hearing will be mailed out tomorrow. They were posted on the property. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, and affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership, and Exhibit 3, pictures.
All right, you have service via posting. You can proceed.
I'd again like you to sign that order, which allows for a one-time abatement and recovery in the future of the village's costs, administrative costs, and abatement costs, and the 111 fine hearing.
All right, please let the record reflect that the magistrate signed the minutes for the special magistrate hearing of October. Won't have to do one for November. Do we have anything further to be brought before the Code Enforcement Board?
No, sir.
Thank goodness.
Thank you.
We are adjourned.
Thank you.